Okay, we are live now in all locations. We are broadcasting essentially, for all intents and purposes, we are broadcasting globally. Which is huge. Big things potentially in 26. You know, I've always wanted to do these from the races. That's been my thing. Let's do them from the races. Let's go to the track. Let's do the grid walk. What time is lights out? Control Garage says we are still 1 hour 45 from lights out. We just got we're gonna have a qualifying replay in the background. Right, here we go. So the thoughts are coming in. Bert is saying likely try to do what Lewis did in 2016 and bat the McLarens into the others behind. So we're talking more 2016 than 2021. And I'm just gonna have my cereal here also, because my baby didn't get the memo of it being a big stream today. So I haven't really slept. Who do I think will win? I still think Lando will win. Personally, I still think Lando will win. But Max. Does Max actually have more control of the race than we think? Because he's leading. Can Max cause papaya chaos? It's not the worst night because it's always nice. It's nice spending time with your baby, but the baby's sleeping now. Baby's got their own schedule basically. Norris may be in a better position. I did a post last night at about 3 AM, which is, what do you think Lando's going to do at race start, everyone? Do you think Lando's going to risk it, or is Lando going to play it safe? If Lando's going to play it safe, he's going to come out of turn 1 in P3. And then, do McLaren have papaya orders set up for the first, the 2 long straights in the first lap? Is Oscar going to give up that position to Lando? I just feel like Oscar, honestly, I feel like Oscar may not have that dog in him. Which really disappoints me. I feel like Oscar might not... He might not have that Rosberg dog in him. He might not have that Vettel dog in him. To just say, what, screw the team, I'm doing this for me. And that disappoints me. Whereas I feel like Lando might... Lando would do in Oscar. I think Oscar... Anyone know that TV show Golden Balls? Chat, let me know if you know the TV show Golden Balls. The baby likes watching Formula 1 or listening to Formula 1, but only like, was it V10 era or V8 era? I think V10s. When did the V8 era start? Was it like 2010 or something? Yeah. So if Oscar and Lando were on the show Golden Balls, Oscar would vote to split and Lando would vote to steal. Do you agree or disagree, chap? That's my opinion of them. And that's all about game theory, right? This race is game theory, but then you have Max Verstappen. Like, I'm sure back in the day when I studied game theory, there wasn't a Max Verstappen, like, parameter. Someone explained to Control Garage what based is. Lando to finish 4th or Flo is a big ask. Yeah, indeed. Well, George Russell's going to be up there, though. Have a look at this qualifying, how good George Russell was, and also Alfonso. Tenor says Oscar and Lando will come together, Max will win. Manic, don't think Max had to worry Lando will have it come together with Oscar. Joe, I think Max can handle the pressure better, but that's because Max already has 2 championships. 2? 2? I beg your pardon? Alden, good to see Alden in the house. You want to do some more editing, Alden? I feel like Lando will play it too safe and somehow drop to P4 for Max WDC. Alden, do you want to do some motorsport editing? Got loads of motorsport stuff. Oh, welcome Black in Formula Fan TV as well. Karting, how long to the race? 1 hour 40. It's ticking down. It's ticking down. Zerk says, low-key, do you guys actually think Lando will win? Yeah, I think Lando's favourite. I think Lando's favourite. 2006 to 2013. Was it V8s? Okay. Okay, so my baby likes the V10s then. She likes 2003, 2004, 2005. She's not interested in the V8s. It's only the V10s. It's only the V10s and James Allen. Email me, Alden. Email me. Let's try something. Let's do something. What if Oscar takes a risk and attacks on Max? Well, I think Oscar... What does Oscar do here? I'm kind of disappointed Oscar doesn't have P1. Because if Oscar had P1, I think Oscar would clearly just drive away. Now, that is a very interesting... That's a very interesting outcome. Because if Oscar gets past Max early doors... Max can no longer... What does Max do in that scenario? If Oscar gets past... If Oscar gets past Max early on, Max has to just back Norris all the way deep into the pack and basically hope Norris gets taken out. Right? And then Max comes back to finish P2 and wins the championship. Chat, what do you think what's Oscar's strategy going to be? What's Oscar going to be doing? Joe, Lando and Piastri are going to win. They are trying, as always, to do something to prevent Max. They are so mean. Well, that is in their job description, is to win for McLaren, to be fair. To be fair to them. By the way, definitely Verstappen or Tsunoda could have given us a slipstream to George Russell yesterday, which would have been absolutely crazy scenes. Would have been crazy scenes if it had come off. Insane scenes, dare I say. But yeah, chat, what do you think Oscar Piastri is going to do? What's the Piastri strategy here? Sure, I think McLaren will have told Oscar, you are not winning the championship today. Like, your job is to make sure Lando wins it. Just driving the baby. They do like being driven, yeah. Lando's enemies here, Oscar, Max had... It does feel like... if you're Lando looking at that grid, it does feel like there's a lot of drivers out to get you. Zerk says, I don't feel like Lando will do anything. By the way, Kimi Antonelli bottling qualifying, is that going to be significant? We saw in Qatar, because George Russell had a bad start, how much that changed things for Lando. Control garage, if Piastri gets in front first lap, will drive off. Yeah, what if Piastri drives off and oh, hang on. No. If Piastri drives off and Lando's in trouble, will Lando radio in and say, Piastri's just got to jump back and help me here? But I'm struggling to see that scenario. To be fair, it would be a more interesting situation if Max was ahead. If Max was leading the championship, this would be a more interesting situation because the McLarens would kind of need to work together to a point. But then it would be like that scene in Batman. You know that Batman movie where they start by robbing the bank? It would be like that. Let me know if anyone knows what scene I'm talking about. YT says Lando. Welcome, Janusz. Imagine if Lando bins it in dirty air. Oh my goodness. Lando had a big moment in Qatar. Lando had a big old moment in Qatar. Ruud van Loon in the house. Max should keep it about 1.4 seconds. Keep the McLarens in dirty air. Yeah, but is he going to give them a massive slipstream as well? Is he going to give them a massive slip? How do you deal with that? Welcome, Sold Out. BNet saying there's Popeye's rules today. What does that mean? I think Stroll or Hulkenberg will do the same thing. By the way, on the Latifi thing, right? On Latifi in 2021, let's be honest about it. No one in the world would be talking about Nicholas Latifi right now if it wasn't for 2021. And Williams were nowhere back there. The amount of name mentions Latifi and Williams got out of that, from a marketing perspective, like if you wanted to pay for that many impressions of your driver's name and your team, you would probably have to pay like billions of dollars. So they got billions of dollars of marketing off the back of that, and they still get it. Like Williams, Nick Latifi, like, is constantly mentioned. You know, maybe Alpine need to hit some KPIs for, like, you know, they're going to be the marketing team's going to be assessed at the end of the season. How many impressions did we get for all the money we spent on Formula One this season? Maybe even Alpine stopping on track. You know, what do we think of that theory, everyone?
Okay, crack on.
So on engines, Max has the freshest engine. I think Max can just turn his engine up. It's looking good for Max, basically. Control, I don't think Team Papaya have the same mental grit as Max. They do have Aussie grit. They've got Aussie grit in there. What will Mark Webber be up to? What's Mark Webber going to be saying to Oscar Piastri? Because, to be honest, if Piastri doesn't win this championship, then Mark Webber is also a number 2 advisor. He'll be like, oh yeah, get Mark Webber as your advisor. If you want to be a good number 2 advisor, we'll never win you the championship, but, you know, we'll get you number 2. Or number 3 in this case. Manic's not going to have your customary lap for this one. Wow, it's a big race then. But yeah, there was George Russell in Q1, already lighting up the standings. BD saying Lando P4 calling it. But YT saying Lando P1. The milk to cereal ratio in this is just way off, man. For me, the milk to cereal ratio in a bowl of cereal should be very small amount of milk. Very small. That's just my particular taste for that. I'm not saying I'm a cereal connoisseur. Why do cereal bars not exist? Like, I mean, in like cities, you go and you get like funky milks and funky cereals, and it's like a fun bar to hang out. Why does that not exist? Right, let's see what's happening on track at the moment. Saw Lindblad won the sprint yesterday. Big Arvind. It's lights out and we're driving. Nico Rosberg on the ground. That's a man who knows how to retire after winning. If Lando wins, by the way, anyone thought about if Lando does a cheeky retirement? It's like it's just all a bit too much. Nicole, the race hasn't started already. We just got race starting in 1 hour 30. It is ticking down quickly. BD, if Piastri listened to Papaya orders, he cements us up as number 2. Yeah, I almost feel like Piastri should defy Papaya orders because his career is long. His career in Formula 1, his career if he does sports car racing, his career as a pundit. You know, Mark Webber's life trajectory would be very different if he was a champion. Wasn't Webber ahead of Vettel in one of the finales as well? What's the norm hunting false start? I think a 5 second. 5 second that you take in the pits. Will Lando and Piastri handle the pressure? We'll see. He remembers Rory McIlroy on the back 9 at the Masters. Strange things can happen to people who are right at the top in the world. Welcome, Rodney. Yeah, we're in the background. We've got yesterday's quali there while we wait. Could I get a countdown? I could do. People can ask, I think. We can keep updating. VNet, Lando is susceptible to a meltdown. You're saying Lando's going to go full Chernobyl circa 1986? Is that what you're saying? Lando's going to go full RBMK? What did Webber do? Listen to Multi 21. Multi 21, mate. Dragon says, hi, I'm expecting Lando F1 champion. I think Lando's a favourite. Manic would love to see Williams back at the top. Well, Carlos Sainz, podium in Qatar. See what Sainz can do. X3D says, being told to help Lando is crazy. It will. I think it will happen. I think we will have the Papaya rules coming on the radio. That's my bet, basically. That's my bet. Osfrog, I'm going to say it, but devious plans afoot by Red Bull and Racing Bulls. Well, Hadjar, is Hadjar a Racing Bull or a Red Bull driver right now? For me, Hadjar's a Red Bull driver. So for me, Verstappen's got 2 teammates, and the McLarens don't really have any teammates because they're against each other. Sold out a Piastri takes trophy, it'd be impressive from the young man. Yeah, if Piastri takes a trophy, that's GOAT level manoeuvring would be occurring today. Zerx, imagine if Max wins and Lando just spouts what a lucky drive. Yeah, imagine if Max wins. I feel for Lando because I feel like the media will just shred him. Welcome, Katuji. Good to see you. Good to have you back today. Jonesy, Lando needs to bottle the start and end up 10th or lower. Yeah. Okay, let's think, and try it back in as well. Let's think about it. If Lando wins today, and if at any point in the race Lando is out of a championship winning position, okay. So let's say at the start Lando drops down to P4, which could happen. There's probably a 20% chance it could happen. Then if then Lando then goes on to win the championship, that's great for Lando's legacy, because people can't say he did it the easy way. If Oscar somehow wins, it's fantastic for his legacy because it shows real gut, and he kind of got there over the line, and he becomes like one of these guys that like, oh, you can never count Oscar in the final race. You know, that'll be his, like some football teams, like in a final, like, oh, in a final, they'll always find a way. And if Max wins, the story's already written. If Max wins, it's just full GOAT. We're talking full GOAT level standing. Vlatka, as much as I'd like to see Lando win the championship, if possible, to clean win today, I'm really scared he'll mess something up. You got to feel for Lando. You have to just feel for Lando if he messes up. Chaya, I think you hit the nail on the head there. The media have not been kind towards Lando and Oscar. I've seen so many memes. I've seen a lot of nastiness, actually. I've seen a lot of like kind of like meanness in the media from people who should know better. But also, I've seen the tide turn a little bit on social media. I think there's almost like a counterculture to maybe Drive to Survive. I think I've seen in social media kind of resentment against what people might perceive as Drive to Survive fans, and that's manifesting in quite quite edgy, racist probably, content and stuff on some of the drivers like George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, Yuki Tsunoda at the moment getting it, and it's kind of very, very, very edgy. And to me, it feels like a reaction against the kind of pillow, cuddly, drive to survive, warm, everyone, you know, that's what it feels like to me.
Keep trying.
Osrog, if I'm Norris, let Max have first corner. It's not about Max, mate. If Norris going to get let Oscar through. Now, if you're McLaren, what you can say to Lando is, Lando, let Oscar through, okay, and Oscar will give the position back. Like, Oscar would give it back. That's what McLaren could try and do. If they want to. Chai saying very nasty post. V-neck, if in my opinion, McLaren don't care who wins today, as long as it's McLaren, they've got all the PR. Yeah, if a McLaren doesn't win today, McLaren's standing in Formula 1 goes down to like banter era meme mess up. Like, could organise a party in a brewery situation. BD saying the internet is against Norris. Dragon, Oscar needs to give way. Chai's just racist to downright bullying, if you ask me. Yeah, it's very like, it's something that the drivers probably are shielded from. But then you have this situation no one talks about, which is Formula 1 pretends this stuff doesn't happen. But if you're a fan of Formula 1, you'll be exposed to a lot of this on social media, so you end up with a disconnect. And I think bad things happen when you have disconnects. It's a bit like when F1 got booed at the F1 75. You know, in F1 corporate land, no one's going to boo F1 because the fan numbers are up year over year, the return on investment, the ROAS, the KPIs are all singing. So no one's going to boo Formula 1. But then they do the event in London and Formula 1 gets booed because the actual online kind of like culture in Formula 1 is very different. I kind of enjoy when there's a disconnect, but it can also be ugly. Never heard me swear. It's because we've got a swear bar here. Chai, I genuinely hope for no team orders. I hope both take this race for their own and fight for it. Well, what if they fight each other too hard and take each other out? Joe, I'm only against Lando because he often does weird things during a race, and Max doesn't. You got to bring some receipts there. What weird things? Bring some receipts. Kimi Chai said Kimi receiving death threats because of a slight mishap. Poor thing. Yeah. But I don't think there's anything Formula 1 can do about it, apart from maybe... it was interesting yesterday with Formula E. So we also did the Formula E watch-along. There was a yellow flag, went to a full course yellow, and Pepe Marti, don't know what he was doing, but as it went to full course yellow, he absolutely smashed into the two cars ahead of him, rolled the car ended up on fire. And Formula E posted that clip literally about 1 billion times. They must have posted it about 1 billion times. And I did notice on one of them, Pepe Marti himself commented, it's like, guys, can you stop posting this? Because he's just getting destroyed in the comments. Like, why did you crash under yellow flag? You don't deserve to be in Formula E. All that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's interesting. No grip Marina G7. We'll hit it. We'll hit it this week. We'll hit Yas Marina this week. I've still got to do my Evo video and stuff like that. When does the race start? Just 1 hour 20 now. We're getting close to the 1 hour countdown. Could you turn down the car's volume? It sounds good to me. You let me know. Other people let me know, but I think it's been good. VNet, Lando has an image problem, especially when interviewing. People perceive him as entitled and egotistical without the credit in the bank. So the thing with Lando is, his dad is like in the top 100 richest people in the UK. Now, does that matter when your rival here, in terms of Max Verstappen, his dad was a Formula 1 driver? Like, this is, you know, and Lance Stroll, his dad owns the team he's racing for. Like, that's where we are with Formula 1, let's be honest. Black saying all good, okay, all good. Arrow says, I wish it were rain today. I don't think it's going to rain. We checked the radar yesterday. Joe Max won the Las Vegas race fairly and honestly without changing anything crazy on his car. Yeah, but Lando and Piastri, the pace in Qatar would have been with the new ride height. Am I looking forward to Adelaide and iRacing? It's not. I'm not like waking up at night thinking about it. Welcome, Martin Harmson. If Lando finishes P4 and Max wins the championship. Okay, so we've got a little bit more intense. We could also play the Formula E music. We were doing that yesterday. Soul Files. Max is smiling. Oscar is analysing. Lando is self-soothing. The psychology is already spicy. I think we need in-race psychology updates from you. We need you to give us like the psychology updates. Manic McLaren is my team, but I've got a bad feeling about today's race. Should have. Oh dear. I don't know where that comment was going. Sold out doesn't matter. A bank account of any dad on track. The boys couldn't care less. Yeah. So some people think it's a factor from Lando. My point is that I think if you look at the people he's racing against, it's not too much different. Who's richer, Papa Stroll or Papa Norris? Ari says, I'm confused. Is George on anyone's side? George is on his own side. George is in this for himself. Okay? If George Russell sees a way to get into their headlines, I think 100% he will do it. Right, we've got Soul Files as our psychology correspondent. Joe says Stroll. Vino says Papa Stroll. Is this the final race? This is about to be the final race in 1 hour 19 minutes. Dragon P3, Lando P1. Lando wins. Yes, you are correct. Soulfar says, my take, Max is calm because he controls his race. Oscar is calm because he controls himself. And Lando is stressed because he tries to control everything. Oof. Also, that's because you're not Aussie. Every Aussie decided for Adelaide. We talk about the cricket. Oh, I'm actually genuinely not into cricket. It's not like me saying like, nah, I'm not into cricket. I'm not into cricket. It's crazy that the top three in qualifying are the top three protagonists. Because it means in the media they've had to spend quite a bit of time with each other. It'd be very interesting if one of them was not in the top three of qualifying, because they would have a different sort of, from a psychology perspective, a different experience of the weekend. Because they'd be with their team or on their own, doing something else other than the media duties. Malik sent the wife out for snacks. Anyone want any snacks people want? Put it in the chat right now. If you want snacks, put it in the chat right now. Verstappen was just on fire. That 22.9 in Q2, but it was a 22.2s he was able to do. So Verstappen is able to go 7/10 quicker. Maybe there's a bit of a party mode on that Red Bull with the newer engine. Xerox, I was feeling the Papayas would win, but now nearly an hour before Max might win, especially with the stress McLaren has over Norris. Jonesy, Papa Stroll and Papa Norris should have a boxing match. Daps says Adam Norris 200 million net worth, Lawrence Stroll 3 billion. So Lawrence Stroll could just buy Adam Norris. Control Garrett's got It's Your Chicken Gate. I've seen adverts for that. I've seen adverts. Chaya, retypes of tyres out. Here we go. Some tyre chat information coming in. McLaren, 2 hards, 1 new medium, and 3 softs used. So Verstappen has an extra medium, but only 1 hard. McLaren's an extra hard, only 1 medium. So what's going to be the better race tyre here? Surely it's going to be a 1-stop, by the way. Surely it's going to be a 1-stop. unlike Qatar, that was an enforced 2-stop, surely here's going to be a 1-stop. Dragon 3 World Champion last race. Yes, what a season it's been, by the way. Don't know if anyone who was here for the first stream of the season in Melbourne. That must have been an early night one for us. Chaya's munched lunch, announced some milk chocolate. Yoda's got flaming hot Doritos. If you're not getting cool original Doritos, what? Like, why would you not get cool original Doritos? What if Stroll torpedoes Norris? That is, by the laws of physics, that will be impossible. So notice Lando rubbed the back of his neck about 17 times during the parade. That's a classic involuntary self-soothing response. He's carrying. So does he do like this? He's like, yeah. Is he going like this? Yeah. So obviously starting from P2, we'll have to see what happens at the start. Car's feeling quite good. So it's just another. I know the championship's on the line, but it's just another race, really. He's doing that. So first psychology insight, we get the tyre insight and the psychology insight, and it might be that the psychology insight is just as important here. What was Max doing? Was Max doing that ear-to-ear Cheshire cat grin? What's Oscar Piastri's ticks? What's my ticks? Yeah, the Las Vegas stream. Didn't I miss quali or something? Because it was an hour earlier. Can't remember. Was that Austin? Because the clock's changed. Jonesy, it'd be hilarious if there was an early safety car and the McLarens don't pit again. Physics don't apply to Stroll. Yeah, Papa Stroll can afford to invest in some cutting-edge research at CERN in Switzerland. Basically invent new physics and then give that new physics to Lance Stroll. So Lance Stroll can torpedo Max. Papa Stroll has that much money. How did Papa Stroll make his money? How rich do you be if you can just like buy Aston Martin? It'd be hilarious if there's an early safety car and the McLarens don't pit. It'll be hilarious if there's an early safety car and the McLarens do a split strategy. That will be insane. That will be insane. Soulfire saying Oscar was side-eyeing Max and Lando, he's in observation mode. Chaya, I do reckon that both Norris and Piastri are a little more nervous than Verstappen. Like Verstappen's in journalist, got nothing to use. Yeah, but we know he was in the sim practicing with Tsunoda for that slip. I think owning fashion brands. Chat, we're going to do for next Formula 1 season. You can hold me to this. For next Formula 1 season, so starting in March, I will have shirts and jumpers that we can wear. So I will do merch, basically, that we can wear for the watch-alongs. And I'll do it with, like, a super low margin to keep it, like, as low price as possible. So we can all have, like, our watch-along merch. How about that? What do we think? Just basically a t-shirt and, I think, a jumper. So you've got a t-shirt for hot races, or where you are in the world if it's hot, and you've got a jumper if you're in a cold location or it's nighttime race. Because that's what I do. I've got the shirts and I've got the jumper. Who's in for that? I need like a proof. Like, who's in? Dragon says bad idea, and you sound like you're on Dragon's Den. So Blacker says great. Soldat says do it. Dragon says bad idea. So now I'm having a wobble about it. Now I'm having a bit of a wobble. Soulfire's Oscar, Carmela, and reading the room. No stress, just quiet calculation. That's somewhat mentally sharp, not overwhelmed. So Oscar seems like he's in control. Maybe nothing to lose. Shirt and cap. I don't really wear caps. But so I'm not in the cap game. We could get it sponsored by Capgemini. It wouldn't be extra income. The thing is about merchandise is that if I want to do t-shirts, and I have companies who approach me all the time to do this, because on the sim racing side, I think most channels my side do merchandise, but the cost of a t-shirt is so high that even if I add, and they require you to have like a little bit of margin. So I asked for like a really ridiculously low margin to keep the price reasonable, because otherwise the price is not reasonable. If you have a normal margin, the price is not reasonable, because the companies are the t-shirt companies are really trying to make money off me basically, and you. Whereas I'm like, it doesn't matter to me if I don't need to make money off t-shirts. So I would lower the margin as much as possible. So it wouldn't be a moneymaker. If it was going to... It actually wouldn't make... I don't think it would make sense as a moneymaker. Because if you wanted to have like a normal margin, I just think the price would be too high. Like, who's going to pay £50 for a t-shirt? Or maybe I'm just... maybe I'm just out of touch. But I'm probably not buying £50 t-shirt. For me, I might buy a £30 t-shirt. But not 50. Yeah, that's the main reason I don't have merchandise. What I have instead is I have my masterclass for Gran Turismo 7, which costs £10. So it's very low price, £10, but it doesn't cost me much every month. It costs me like a little bit every month to host a server. When someone buys it, I have to pay PayPal, I have to pay the website hosting company. But that actually has a very good margin because it's a digital product. And that, I think, is good value for everyone who buys it for £10, if anyone's bought it in chat. And also, it makes me margin. Whereas a physical product, I think, would be expensive for people who buy it, unless I can get the margin down. But the most realistic case is that it's just going to be reasonable price and no margin. I wouldn't pay $4.20. No, I wouldn't. But I'm out of touch. You got to remember, I come from sim racing, really. And... you know, like this was bought for me, this top. I don't know how much this top is, right? But I bet the price of this is insane. This is a McLaren top from Reese. Okay, this was a gift for me to keep warm during the late night, like the early morning watch-alongs. How much is this? How much is that? Because I bet it's expensive. Grandpa Verstappen's 2/3 through the race. He's leading. But memberships as well. Memberships for me. If anyone buys a membership like Grandpa, that's about... it can be 99p a month. It can be $4.99. There's different tiers. But let's say it's $4.99. Let's say it's £5. I keep 70% of that, which is really very healthy. And you get access to the emojis. You get the green... You get your loyalty badge number. You get the green, so you're more prominent, visible in chat. That, again, is more margin for me. Like, that digitally is just, like, more margin. Doesn't cost me anything the more members there are. There's not, like, a marginal cost. So I'm more... But I have to say, this weekend I have been... We are working on some physical products in sim racing. I'll let that out there. And I think very soon... we're going to have some physical products, so definitely tune in this Wednesday to the Sim Racing Show live, where we may be in a position to talk more about it. And again, we're aiming this at, like, the entry level. We're aiming it at the entry level, which means price, kind of like ease of use. It's all about the entry for me. There's no way it's £600. This cannot be £600. You're joking. This cannot be £600. I need a VAR check on that. I need a VAR check. I was gonna say it would be about £150, but I could be way off. I don't think it'll be. I don't know. Yeah, let's get VAR. Someone get on the Reese website. So Grandpa had a scenario. Verstappen's 2/3 through the race. He's leading. Lando in second. Does Verstappen slow? We think Verstappen slows down. We think Verstappen slows down. Dragon works for Reese. Dragon, hook your boy up. Dragon, put us in contact with Reese HQ. We should be sponsored by Reese on these streams. We should have been wearing every stream next year. I want you to hook me up with your with Reese HQ marketing team. It's going to look great for you because it's going to show you in like a, you know, you're a multi-talented employee. So like there's many strings to your feather. So it's fantastic for you. So put me in touch. Say, hey, I know this streamer. He's like massive. He's nominated for Autosport Creator of the Year. He's got to go to the awards with Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, and he probably needs to wear a suit. Let's do it. Dragon, put me in touch. Put me in touch. It's going to look great for you. Jonesy, your sister saw it for 300. Vortex 174, Control 200 used on eBay. I wouldn't buy this used because it's like a bath mat, really. It's like a bath mat. I do think that this colour is just so good, though. It's so good. How to G7 Power Pack. Watch my review of it. That's what I would say. Just watch the review video. It's only 8 minutes. Sold out hoodies about $45 normally from the USA. Like I said, we're going to do some products first. We're going to do some products in sim racing to basically maybe make you a little bit faster and just have a more premium experience. And then we can look at t-shirts and stuff. But I think we should do that for the watch-alongs. Drepsit, will Lewis keep struggling next season? I think so. I think Lewis is going the exact same way as Sebastian Vettel. Blacker's going for lunch. Be back before the start. Yeah, we'll see you there. Dragon says next, Owen Reese. That's it. Put us in contact with next. Vortex, is this like the World Cup? Where the final match rating watch free? They did it in 2021 in the UK. That's how I watched it. I watched it free. In 2021. Here, I don't know. Does anyone know if this is going to be free to air? Adrian Newey's not the team owner. He is the team principal as of now, though. Control garage just on the power pack. Yeah, it's I think there's a lot of gameplay in there. I think there's a lot of gameplay. I think the main thing about the power pack is going to be whether you want to spend $30 on G7 or not. That's the main thing. Again, it's become one of these things that become very polarizing. Like a lot of people need it to be either the worst thing in the world or the best thing in the world. Yoda, don't think Max will back up the pack. Don't think it's in his nature to play games with the drivers. Your thoughts? I think here he may back up the pack. Malik said Lewis should hang up his gloves. Are we going to see an out-of-pocket Lewis Hamilton retirement tonight? I'm not talking about retirement from the race. I'm talking about potential retirement from Formula 1. What do we think? Is it possible? It's not free in the Netherlands. How can it not be free in the Netherlands? Surely the broadcasters will get more from long-term people tuning in to see Max, who then over the next 10 years will think, oh, I'll get a Netherlands subscription. Duke saying Lewis will come back next year. Okay. Yeah, Rob's right. For me, the cars are the best thing about it. The cars are really nice to drive. Hadjar going to Red Bull. Hadjar is confirmed at Red Bull. That is confirmed. He is driving the Red Bull next season. So it's not live in the UK so far, so in terms of free-to-air. I guess 2021 was like exceptional circumstances. I'm sure if it's free, if you have a TV and pay for it. Yep. So are we going to see world champion Lando Norris? If we see world champion Lando Norris, how does that feel next season? How does that feel? By the way, if let's say Hamilton retires. Let's say if Hamilton retires next season, if Hamilton retires, and let's say in some mad scenario Alfonso is out because some crazy stuff happens to Aston Martin. Let's say he doesn't want to race with Stroll or something and there's an ultimatum. and let's say Max also wins the championship today, so three low percentage chance of things happening, but 3 possible things. Then you have a situation which I'm not sure has ever happened in history before, where only one driver on the grid is a world champion. Only one driver on the grid is a world champion. Has that ever happened before? Welcome, Lars. Good to see you. Dukes Hamilton will retire next year. By the way, 1 hour to go now. We're in the official 1 hour. Oh, Deruvalo is racing Lando Norris. Deruvalo seems to be just hanging around Formula E. Well, he was with Maserati. Now Maserati's dropped out. No engine change for Verstappen. If it's anything like karting with the road taxes, maybe they've got a good engine there. Yeah, 1 hour to go. Let's do a nations check, everyone. Let's do a nations check. I want to see where in the world you're watching from. I just feel like Netherlands, especially if it's not on Netherlands TV, I just feel like Netherlands are going to dominate this nations check, but we'll see. China, Netherlands, Soul Files, UK. Rowan from South Africa. Vortex from Pakistan. Ian Monkey from Philippines. Yoda from South Africa. Shark from the UK. Rob on drums from the USA. CPL from UK. Dukes from Nottingham. Zerks from Saudi. Manic from Wales. Warden Philippines. Rude from Netherlands. Control UK. I think UK dominating today. Last year happened in 1953. Only one world champion. Was that... Who was that? Fangio? Oh, it's on Viaplay. Theo from Greece. Alex from UK. Red from UK. It's UK domination today. I don't think we've ever seen that before. Even though I broadcast from the UK, normally, let's be honest, we're talking Netherlands, talking USA, Australia, South Africa's often up there. Sometimes the Philippines. Warden's here from the Philippines, so maybe we're broadcasting in the Philippines. We're broadcasting from London. Mills from England. Josie from the Mariana Trench. Dreps from USA. Oh, it was Ascari. Ah, okay. So after Ascari, there's never been a season where there's only been one world champion on the grid. And if Max wins here, that could happen in 27, right? That could happen in 27. Okay, 1 hour to go. Ooh. KCR Kip in the house. Good to see you, KCR Kip. We are going to be doing some Gran Turismo this week for sure. Might be worth cooking up something on the 296 GT3. The 296 GT3 could become my new favourite car. Simba's got the champagne for Lando. And Finn's Mucker says, good morning from Ellensburg, Washington. Lars from Holland as well. Sean's from Bristol in England. Yeah, Russell was looking really quick in qualifying. Just wonder if they'd given him that slip. It would have been risky. Yeah, we've just got Quali running in the background. It's all cool. We've got the white visor. Be cool. Be cool. It's all good. It's all fine. So I don't exist. LMU, big update for Tuesday. What you think? I think I'm embargoed. I think I'm under embargo. But you have reminded me that I need to be doing some stuff on that this evening, probably. 2007 Alfonso. Ah, after Schumacher retired. Oh, 2007. Yeah. Soul Files might have it. Before Raikkonen. Yes. Before Raikkonen, after Schumacher's first retirement. Would have been no Hakkinen there. Would have been no Hill. Would it be no Villeneuve? No Villeneuve, right? No Villeneuve. Yeah. What time the Grand Prix? 56 minutes. Thanks, Kip. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing some spec racing that as well at Yas Marina. Who can go through all of the last world champions, by the way? Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg, Sebastian Vettel, Jenson Button, Kimi Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso, Michael Schumacher, Mick Hakkinen, Jacques Villeneuve, Damon Hill, Alan Prost, Senna. That's why I struggle now. Mansell. Thanks, Manic. Appreciate it. Who were the best drivers who never won a championship? Nicholas Latifi. Yeah, Mansell. I get lost after Mansell. I get lost after Mansell before I can get to like Hunt and Lauder. Is it like PK Jr.? Nelson PK Jr.? Was it just Nelson PK? Now there's a long way to go to Sterling Moss. There's decades. No, we done Hill. We done Damon Hill. There's a long way to go to Graham Hill or Phil Hill. No, there's a way to go to so after you go Mansell, and then I think PK. Someone get it in chat. Someone get it in chat. See, that's where in qualifying Verstappen did the 22.2. I feel like Verstappen should have given Russell a slipstream. A bit risky. Joe, I'll laugh out loud if Piastri or Lando ignored the radio comments. I think it could get pretty spicy on the radio. Let me put it like that. It could get pretty spicy. Chat, by the way, do hit the like button. We want to be probably getting to like 500 likes in the stream, so just smash that like. Let's keep battering through those targets. Hit the old like. Oh, let me get the subscriber thing up as well. Bear with me. I've been very bad at it. Bear with me a second. Where are we on the old subscriber front? There we go. 26,204. 26,204. Oscar ordering a team order isn't drama, it's self-respect. It depends how long a game Oscar wants to play. It might also depend on how good Oscar thinks he is. Because honestly, if Oscar doesn't really think he's right up there when he doesn't have the best car. He might want to be like a David Coulthard at McLaren, or, you know, like a driver at, you know, Barrichello or someone, and just have a long career. He might want to be that trusty number 2 driver. Oscar can choose his destiny today, for sure. Oscar can 100% choose his destiny. I'm actually not sure that Oscar has the dog in him. That's what I've been saying. Thoughts about Cadillac and Audi coming in? I think it could be pretty rough for Cadillac. I mean, Audi could be looking pretty decent because, you know, the Sauber's been decent this season, 100%. Sauber's been decent. But Cadillac, I just think it could be rough. I would have done it a different way as Cadillac. I would have got the drivers in much earlier and helped with the development of the car. Like, much earlier. I mean, Bottas is Mercedes reserve. I'm not sure how much Bottas can be doing on the Cadillac right now. Ian says Oscar is more dog than Lando. I think Lando's got more dog in him than Oscar. I think Lando will refuse team orders easier than Oscar will. GP saying Oscar's got way more dog in him than Lando. Honestly, I think Oscar will obey team orders more than Lando will. Chai is excited to see Bottas back on the grid. He's a fun guy. He's a mushroom. Alex says Oscar won yet. Nope, we are 49 minutes away from race start. Lando Norris is, I think, trying to look chill. But surely you know that all the cameras in the world are on you. He's speaking like this on camera, so you can't tell. He's doing all of that. Jonesy Audi is serious pedigree. Card says, I think Oscar has more dog too. We're going to see. Well, let's see. My honest thought is that I think Lando has more dog in him than Oscar. And that's not particularly saying that Lando's got a lot of dog in him. I just think Oscar is too compliant. I mean, Oscar has dog in him to the extent that we saw with the way he navigated the Alpine situation. To what extent that was Alpine messing or Oscar messing, I don't know. But he dealt with it pretty ruthlessly, it seemed. But I think at McLaren, he should have, for example, he should have boxed in Qatar. And then this last round looks very, very, very different if he'd boxed. Soul says Lando does not look chill. Yeah, Lando looks like kind of when you graduate. You know when you graduate, if anyone who's graduated and you have to walk and you know how to walk. You've walked for years by that point. The majority of people. But then suddenly you kind of you're like, okay, well, I've got to walk now. I've really got to think how I walk. Or some people with public speaking. Most people can speak. But for some reason, when there's an auditorium of 300 people, they're like, ah. Luckily, we don't get a stage fright here. Otherwise, we wouldn't be very good at this. I'm not sure it's on free-to-air in the UK. Apparently, it isn't. Avane is supporting Charles Leclerc. Let me know in the chat who you're supporting. Let me know in the chat who are you supporting. How long left? 45 minutes. 45 minutes, which means 15 minutes till cars will go out on the grid and start circulating. Soulfire's are going to grab some food. Very nice. Drepson, I think Williams can have the best season next year. We'll see. Soulfire says Max, Finn Max. Chaya, Russell in a medium moment. The race is up to Verstappen. If he wants a normal race, then not much will happen. But I doubt he wants that. What does George know that we don't? What does George know that we don't know? Katsy says, how can my boy George help Max win? By overtaking Lando. If George overtakes Lando, and Oscar overtakes Lando, and Oscar doesn't play ball, then Max has won it. V-Neck is supporting gorgeous George Russell today. There we go. A big switch from Lewis Hamilton to George Russell there. Being called Slippy G online because of the way he slid on that qualifying lap. You're going to see it right now, I think, aren't you? On screen. Yeah, George Russell. This was the last qualifying lap. So George Russell needed to beat a 20.7. In fact, he was faster than Piastri in Sector 1. Okay? Russell was faster than Piastri in Sector 1. He was faster than Piastri in Sector 2. That's before Piastri improves though, right? No, he was faster. So George Russell did make that mistake at the end. He was 200 slower than Norris at this point. So George Russell, does he get yellow sectors at the end with sliding? Yeah, he does. George Russell may have lost 2/10 on that last corner. Otherwise, Russell might have been in P3. That's very close. Welcome, Josh Hill. Chai is here for the fast lap times, Kirith expertise in F1 and racing, and of course, the Kirith community. That's what we're here for. McGurkin, I hate it when I remember to think about walking. It's like I've forgotten how to walk, can't remember how to do sports. It's like breathing. We don't think about breathing. Manic says, hopefully Lando, but... Well, I don't know what situation is going to happen for that, but we'll see. Drepson, I'll be surprised if McLaren wins today. Max is too strong. Yeah, but hey, whoa, that's too simple. Max... There's no point Max winning this race if he's not going to win the championship, right? So there's no point Max finishing more than a second ahead of the McLarens. You are now breathing manually. Doesn't work for me. V-Net, white line on the last exit is a problem. It's a big old white line as well. Nicola Romero supporting Piastri. I need the best plot twist. Okay, write the plot twist now. Write the plot twist in the chat. What are you thinking? What's the plot twist? What's the plot twist? Starmer saying we just got to hope McLarens don't wipe themselves out. Imagine that. Imagine papaya chaos. Josh Norris looks nervous. I think Lando looks nervous. I have to say. And it's pretty crazy to be experiencing this in real time. Because this is all real time. Unless you're watching it on replay. But if you're watching it live, it's all real time. HMK had a dream there'll be a red flag. My prediction is I don't think Lando will be in P3 by the time they exit turn 1. Or by the time they get to turn 5, I don't think Lando's going to be in P3. Sorry, I don't think Lando's going to be in P2, I should say, by the time they get to turn 5. I don't think there's going to be rain. Stroll retires early and steals the trophy. That's one way of doing it. 2012. I remember 2012. Vettel facing backwards. 2007. Wasn't 2007 1 point? You think he'll take Verstappen? No, I think he'll go backwards. I think he'll go backwards. To be fair, if Lando takes Verstappen turn 1, no one's talking about it. But if Lando does that, fair play. Because that is a world champion move. Do you remember in Qatar, Oscar Piastri did a mad overtake into turn 1? It might have been on Kimi, I'm not sure. But I was like, that's a world champion move. It came from so far back. So far back. Keith, I hope Max wins, and if not, it had to be Piastri. Everything is fine. It's not Norris, not a champion. Why do you think Lando's not a champion? I mean, Lando would be a champion if it wasn't for, say, Zandvoort. Or DQ'd in Vegas. I wonder if part of the reason Max is playing it so cool with the media, if Max doesn't win, there's going to be cameras in his face like this, looking for that stare in the helmet. And if Max can go, oh, I was never really on. But I think part of the media will want Max to look like he's lost it. They'll want this emotion from Max that they've never seen. But I think Max will be like, oh, we never had the fastest car. He'll just say, we never had the fastest car. We go again next season. Remember, the media, and especially the British media, that are probably the best in the world at this, will want to tear someone down here. The British media is generally in this to tear people down. Luckily, we haven't got on the wrong side of the British media yet. Welcome, AppsDev. Yeah, we've been here for an hour and 20 minutes, and it's flown by. We are 39 minutes away. Manic saying it's getting tense. VNet, I fear. Mr. FIA influence. Yeah, Mohammed Ben Sulayem is on the ground. Mohammed Ben Sulayem is in the compound. Ron Miller says, I believe Max is more stoked about joining GT3s. You can't have a world champion who just decides to randomly drive some GT3s halfway through the season. Max will go up to Zach and thank him. We are getting close, everyone. Let me see if I can get... We are getting closer. Toyota engine will be one to watch next year. There is no Toyota engine next year. Toyota are just sponsoring Haas. They're still going to be using Ferrari engine, aren't they? Cats, I don't think Lando can risk being too aggressive. He will crash and burn. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen my posts. Lando just needs to chill behind Max. Yeah, but how can he chill behind Max? There is a way that McLaren can play this, okay? And it screws Oscar, okay? But the way that McLaren can play this is that they can go. Max is going to back us up, but Oscar, you're not going to overtake Lando, so it doesn't matter. And then Max will have to slow down the pack so much for Russell to get involved. Yeah, cars are on just doing installation laps right now. George will then pounce. But maybe it'll be a bit weird and some drivers won't want to get involved because it'll just be like super risky for their reputation. Ian Mitchell. I can't wait for this. Russell going to play a big part in this today. Oscar not listening to anyone, trust me. So Ian Mitchell thinks Oscar's got that dog in him. Formula E yesterday, the radios weren't working. Genuine, couldn't hear it. Radio's not... Didn't hear the team orders. Didn't hear the safety car, it turned out. The race has not started yet. We are 36 minutes away from the start of the race, everyone. We are getting close. We are getting close. George Russell will be in this for himself, make no mistake about it. If George Russell, if the history books are going to look back at this race, George Russell will want to be in it quite a bit. So Jones says he's got the kangaroo in him. GBP slept 4 hours. Were you nervous? Oh, Mr. Uvidia's here from the Thai side of Red Bull. Remember the power struggle at Red Bull from the Austrian side and the Thai side. Christian Horner, you know, desperately trying to keep that all together. He had the backing of the Thai side. Helmut Marko, Jos Verstappen, Max Verstappen had the backing of the Austrian side. While the Thai side are in town today. That's big. That's big. That's like in cyberpunk terms, that's like Mr. Arasaka being in town. Looks like Max has that new engine. Yeah, Max got that fresh engine. Russell saying, what time is the sunset? The sun is quite bright. Russell with another visual issue. It's not the sweat this time. It's the sun. Come on, George. Let's get with the program, my friend. Ian Mitchell, great channel, by the way. I'll be listening until I get home. Very nice. And you can do the switch. Thanks, Rena. Yeah, come on. Let's do smash the like button if you're able to. If you're driving, then obviously don't. But if you're able to, hit the like button. Please do absolutely destroy it. Hitting like 500 likes today, hopefully. I sold out saying Max not giving a toe to Russell in quali. Yeah, but in the end, if Russell had got a toe and hadn't messed up the last corner, Russell would be in P2. No mistake. No mistake about that whatsoever. Russell already had a faster sector 1 and 2 than Oscar Piastri. Now, I have to say, maybe that Mercedes is quite slippery down the straights, and it could be that it's going to struggle more in the corners, which could be... Let's see what the race pace is going to be like. Brazil TV is free to air. Brazil, they don't mess around, do they? This time last year, we were literally in Sao Paulo, in Brazil. Gav says, let's go Oscar. Max and Lando to bin it at turn 1 and Oscar to cruise to victory. Oh, you're thinking an Oscar cruise? I don't think it's gonna... I have a feeling it's not going to be easy for anyone, this race. It's not going to be one of those. When's the last time the race went down to the wire that it was easy for anyone to win it? Just... Funny stuff tends to happen. You were 40 minutes from my place. Yeah, I liked it. I really loved it in Brazil. I had a great time in Brazil. Spoke with a lot of motorsport fans. It was great. Welcome, Pamsy. Depp said Russell is going to push too hard. What about Alfonso, by the way? We know that Fernando Alonso is a big Max Verstappen fan. What do we think? Can he do anything? Malik says it's going to be an insane race. Let's go. 32 minutes. 32 minutes till the formation lap will begin. The anticipation is extreme right now. Startimer says, be great if Piastri does Lando a favour and Lando returns the favour next season. Next season, everything's up for grabs. And maybe McLaren have spent the most time developing this car and other teams. Maybe Ferrari's all in on 26. So that there needs to happen two things for Max. Max wins, Lando not on the podium. Correct. Shia, I hope Alfonso helps Verstappen with some slipstreams. Alfonso could be huge here for a few reasons. So firstly, we saw in Qatar there was a massive Alfonso train. That massively helped the McLarens, in my opinion. Because the McLarens missed that pit stop, they came out, if you remember, just ahead of Alfonso. So if Alfonso hadn't been doing the traditional train, they would have come out behind more traffic. And remember, they couldn't leave it any later. But as soon as they missed that pit stop at the beginning, they were desperately trying to get a pit stop ahead of Alfonso. And they just did it. Which is kind of crazy. So they were going max pace. Now, Alfonso has got behind him Bortoleto, Ocon, Hadjar and Sonoda. What will the disaster scenario for Max here, on face value, is if Alfonso gets ahead of Leclerc and Russell at the beginning, and there's an Alfonso train from P4. That's disaster scenario for Verstappen. So ironically, the best thing for Verstappen is that Alfonso just doesn't overtake Leclerc and Russell. Jonesy, Alfonso needs to retire from F1. He's born to be a train driver. Gav, Max taking 2 pole laps. I feel like the 2 pole laps is a bit of a statement. Alden, do you think McLaren's will fumble the strategy from the pressure? I wonder if McLaren will overthink the strategy. I wonder if they'll overthink it. Today we'll have a new world champion or a retiring one. Exciting times. Yes, indeed. Yeah, exactly. So we think Alfonso wants to help Max, but if he runs a train, that's really not going to help Max. So that's interesting. Man, some of the TV on Sky just looks absolutely terrible, man. Like, literally, what are you doing if you're watching some of this TV? It just looks like... Oh, what's this one? Watson. Today we'll have a new world champion. Exciting time. McLaren pit stops last race. Yeah, if anyone's seen my McLaren pit stop videos, been doing some bits. Thanks, Dreps. I appreciate it. Make sure to vote for me in the Autosport Awards. There's a pinned thing in the chat. Josh says paranoid McLaren strategy because of last week. Yeah, we'll see. Maximum flexibility. Welcome Trini as well. Lars watches the race without sound and listens to me. Okay, risky strategy, but we'll try to deliver. Risky strategy, but we will try to deliver here. Vortex is scared of Russell. Chat, let me know in the chat who you scared of. Not who you're supporting, but who are you scared of? Who are you most scared of? Thanks, Lush. I appreciate it. It's all about the community here. So, what a race Silverstone was, by the way. What a race Silverstone was this year. Unbelievable. Max with that spin, Oscar with the safety car, Lando with the win. Crazy times. Crazy. And then going from that, from Lando going from that to Zandvoort with the engine. GP scared of Game of Muscle, very smart. Cars scared of Stroll. Oh, Montreal as well. Montreal for Lando. These were dark times for Lando. Singapore as well. Vortex scared of Russell. You might pull a Sonoda. Gav, my theory is sim racing experience helped Max adapt his driving style. Yeah, maybe it helps the adaptability that he's driving so many different cars. It could be the case. It could 100% be the case. Chaya said, I do hope Verstappen can keep his passions under control. Yeah, remember what happened in Catalonia? Verstappen saw red in Catalonia. He saw red. Last time for DRS, yep. Hoping Russell deploys his inner villain. He's definitely got a villain in him. We're talking about who's got the dog in them, but Russell's got the villain in him. Vortex mum's home. Yeah, don't want her to miss a stream. Dreps, Kimmy might be scary. There are 27 minutes to go, everyone. 27 minutes to go, and the cars are being wheeled to the grid. Max Verstappen, as we speak, is being wheeled to the grid. Max Verstappen is being wheeled to the grid as we speak. Play saying McLaren double DNF. Alden, first corner's going to be nervy. Yeah, first corner's going to be insane. Not only first corner, but I think the second DRS zone on the first lap, so there won't be DRS active, but I think that straight, by the end of that straight, is going to be very definitive for the race, in my opinion. Also, will the McLarens just have straight line speed on max or not? I don't think so, because it feels like Red Bull are just going to turn that engine up to the max. They got this new engine. They're just going to get it to the massive rating. Grandpa says PS for the quiet assassin. Who's the race director today? Well, it's not Mr. Massey. It's no special guest race director. Right now, the grid isn't very busy. I wonder if they haven't let all the celebrities on yet, or whether they've kept it super exclusive. There's some lady who Martin Brundle was trying to intercept. Don't know who they were. Max will need Matty. Imagine Matty. Imagine there's a parallel movie scene right now where Matty's trying to break into the race director's box, and he gets in, locks himself in, and on the radio says, "Everyone, this is Michael Massey, your new race director," and no one can do anything. Why Sector 3 was so dominant? For whom? Cars, I believe McLaren is running a bigger wing. Yeah, Max may be able just to run that super low drag wing here in Abu Dhabi. Welcome 69 Nights as well. Lando will be nervous off the line on the dirt side of the track. He couldn't get took up. I think Piastri is more than 50% favourite. Oh, the McLarens are covering their laptops. So the McLarens are covering their laptops. I've never seen that before. It's incredible on the grid. I don't know if anyone's seen my grid walk moments, the videos that we do, but it's incredible. You just right by the cars, and you can see all the teams getting everything ready. You could, if someone was particularly clumsy, they could fall over on a front ring. Could happen. Alan Prost on the grid, 4-time world champion. Big Al. Welcome, Caffeine Junkie. Good to see you again. Long time. Basically they've got the full mod crew together today. Thomas, who'd think we contented from construction this year? It's not really Ford. It's just Ford branding. Oh, sorry. Before Audi Cadillac, I think Mercedes. I just got a hunch. I think Mercedes could look strong. But let's see Ferrari. Maybe Ferrari made a big calculated decision to give up on 26. Give up on 25. And go everything for 26. That could be the case also. I certainly don't think Cadillac will be in the mix. I think there was some news about McLaren not sharing data. Yeah, I was thinking, you know, they're covering their laptops. Is that for other teams, or is that for the other side of the garage? Because that doesn't seem very papyry. Not very papyry, that, to cover your laptops and not share data with the other side of the grid. Dare I say. Zach Whitehead in the house. I haven't watched your videos in a long time. I'm so happy I'm watching. Welcome, Zach Whitehead. Welcome, Zach. Alden hasn't been this excited for a race in a long time. We are just 22 minutes to go, everyone. 22 minutes to go. Yeah, massive changes next year. No DRS. Push to pass. It's going to be big changes. Now the grid is absolutely packed. It's silly. It's silly. The security is very old-fashioned. It's all rope and everything. Lando gets the data, Oscar gets nothing. That sounds a bit more papyry to me. Looks like it might be Thierry Henry and Micah Richards there. Obviously big Sky Sports people. So I'm sure it's been pre-arranged for Martin Brundle to have a word with Thierry or Micah Richards. It's not a coincidence. It's all just basically paid promotion between different Sky entities. Like, what would be the arm's length price for a management agency to get one of their talent they represent to be interviewed on the Sky Sports broadcast by Martin Brundle, like, to promote them? Like, what, 50 grand or something? So, but Sky do it all, like, internally, but surely they still have to account for that value. Zach, you're the one who made me watch F1 Live. I apologise for getting you into Formula 1. Oh, Ronaldinho's on the track. Big Dino. Ronaldinho doesn't know what to say, but Ronaldinho. Who's the Ronaldinho of Formula 1? A big brown envelope. Dark cloud with a Ronaldinho hope. Also, Jannik Sinner, who's a 4-time major tennis champion. But tennis and cricket are not my sports. Gotta be honest. If it's got a small ball, I'm not interested. Big ball, I can play sports with big balls. But I'm not interested in... So, who has the biggest teeth? I don't know. What, on the grid? Vortex, Oscar, Lando, Max are right next to the entire race, but Max and Lando crash, Oscar wins. Is that what you're thinking? Martin Brundle's desperate to speak with Micah Richards. Is Gordon Ramsay here again? Can't keep Gordon Ramsay away from Formula 1. I'm hoping for a clippable moment with Micah Richards. Big Micah. Big Meeks, as they call him in the industry. Right, let me try and get some timing up. Just bear with me, everyone. Bear with me, okay? Okay? This is like that scene in Interstellar, okay? This is like that scene in Interstellar where I've got to dock everything. It's not easy. Okay, he's done it. He's done it. He's done it! Huge. You need to play that Interstellar music in your head. This is why they call me the best in the business, though. This is why we're nominated. Okay, 16 minutes to go. We are all set. We are all set, everyone. We are all set. 16 minutes to go. Imagine the British podium lockout followed by Rule Britannia. Or they just go off script. Oh, they're doing the thing. They're doing the thing where they've got the top three. Piastri, Max and Lando all stood around the trophy like it's some mythical object, which it kind of is. Remember the lineage here. This starts from the gladiators in ancient Rome. In the amphitheaters. And then the first pilots, the first planes, fighter pilots. And then the people who used the same technology, engines, airfields to create beasts of the track. And then the first Formula 1 World Championship in about 1953. Alberto Ascari, we think, winning the first one. And then the first legends born of motorsport, the likes of Manuel Fangio, Jim Clark, Jackie Stewart, Niki Lauda, Alan Prost, Ayrton Senna, Michael Schumacher, Fernando Alonso, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, and now 2 more protagonists in the present day as the dust falls in Abu Dhabi. It's the new territories of Formula 1 as we've been on a back-to-back whirlwind of weekends from Sin City, Las Vegas to Qatar and now finally to Abu Dhabi, where there are still 3 drivers in contention for the Formula 1 World Championship, but only one can win as Etihad are flying some planes over the top. By the way, chat, I didn't realise the chat wasn't live. Let me get the chat live here. Bosh. There we go. Welcome Prathra Rajput as well. Thank you for joining us. As yeah, Emirates fly some planes over. Some smoke coming down. Maybe in the flag of the UAE, I'm not sure. And Lando Norris has to make his way through the celebrities back from the anthems to his car. Not too far to go for him because he is P2, but it's a shorter walk for Max Verstappen because he is first place on the grid. And everyone wants a piece of Verstappen. It's 12 minutes now, everyone. It's 12 minutes to go. 58 laps. Just like it was in 2021, where Max Verstappen started on pole position and started then on the soft tyre. However, he was overtaken pretty immediately by Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton kept the lead into turn 6. Remember, there was a massive dramatic moment in Abu Dhabi 2025 where Verstappen basically ran Hamilton off the road. That's not necessarily my words. That's how it was adjudicated at the time because there was no penalty given to for Hamilton for cutting corners 6 and 7. Will we see something else here? Control Garage got the roast in the oven. Caffeine. Max has a good chance to win this race, but WDT knows a lot of luck and McLaren bad decisions. Let's see. No worries, Martin. Let's take a moment to thank everyone who's joined us at any point during the season. Chat, I just want to see some claps in chat for everyone here. What a season it's been from Australia. Massive season. Chat, put some claps for yourself in the chat here. It's been another great season of Formula 1 live streaming. Let's not forget, we've got a nomination for it. We're literally nominated at the same awards where they'll decide Driver of the Year. Between Max Verstappen, Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, all nominated, as is Oliver Rowland. Fonso says, let's go, Alfonso. There we go. Give yourself all the clap in chat. That's for everyone watching, everyone commenting, all the mods, all the people just chilling and watching as well. It's been a great team effort, very enjoyable, but we still got one more race to go, everyone. We've still got one more race to go. Buchel, speaking of Zach, I got a YouTube recommendation of Nico giving advice to Zach. Well, let's see what happens now. Have McLaren played this perfectly, or have they messed it up? Joseph, hope it'll be a clear, clean race start. Let them race. Don't pray for crashes. Come on, guys. Yeah, exactly. We don't want to see crashes. We don't want to see red flags, really. We want to see it sorted on track. And that means, does George Russell have a huge part to play in this race? Dark Cloud says, yeah, for the Alfonso fans. Okay, Oh my goodness, 10 minutes to go now. Just 10 minutes to go for the last race of the season in Abu Dhabi. 58 laps. We don't know what tyres people are starting on yet. But we do know that Max has 2 sets of mediums, but the McLarens have 2 hards. There's already a difference in strategy there. They are now clearing the grid of all of the celebrities because we've got to go racing. Lars is nervous. Anyone else nervous? Tim Gem. We know Yuki going to hit Norris. Yuki's too far back, I think. I think the McLarens will still be able to get a pit stop gap on Yuki. That's what I think, even if Max tries to hold them up. Lando looks a bit nervous. His race engineer is trying to keep him nice and cool, or his performance engineer. Welcome, Captain Howdy. Fonso, let's go Alfonso for P2. Caffeine's very nervous. Start Alpine, Red Bull and Stroll, probably culprits. Yeah, well, Stroll calls a safety car here. What about Colapinto? Oh my goodness. Late safety car with Colapinto. This is a scenario. This is a scenario, right? Okay. Colapinto bins it on lap 51. Okay. You've got in the lead of the race, Verstappen. Then you've got Piastri on old tyres. Then you've got Norris on old tyres. But then you've got Russell, Leclerc, Alfonso on fresh tyres. Goodness me. What happens then? Team orders are going to be big here. Team orders are going to be big. Make no mistake about it. Who's got the Papaya rulebook? Yeah, if this is one where you could block the tunnel. Basically, Max could box. This is a crazy scenario. Max could box and you block the tunnel, but I don't think that would help because you throw a red flag and then you get a free tyre change anyway. So maybe, ironically, Tsunoda blocks a tunnel and Max doesn't pit. They're testing the flags out there at the moment. They're just testing the flags. And then Max gets a free tyre change under red flag. Or George Russell, maybe Slippy G. Maybe Slippy G. 8 minutes to go, chat. Let's do another nations check before the race. It might be the last nations check of the year. So definitely let us know where in the world you're watching from. Show us which countries have the biggest Formula 1 support. Fonso's nervous. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Vlaka from Croatia. Finn from USA. Martin Netherlands. Tim from Ireland. GBP Canada. Caffeine Philippines. Chai from Netherlands as well. Fat Rax from Australia. So who's winning at the moment? I think Netherlands. Drickus from the Netherlands. Thought Daughter India. Rodden from the Netherlands. Apstat from Holland. Netherlands are smashing it. I don't think there's another country in the world that has as much support as the Netherlands here. Gav Murray from Australia. HMK Sheffield. Sold Out Netherlands. CPL UK. Captain Howdy from USA. N8 from Germany. Do I think UK have a race in F1 again? I think it could happen, yeah, with Honda. Flea Cassie UK. I think Tsunoda could do a year with reserve for Red Bull and then move to Aston Honda for 27. Jay Heathen from the States. Looking good with the membership badge there. Hazy from Liverpool. Alden from Malaysia. Kuako from the Philippines. Joswat from the Netherlands. Bukul from the Netherlands, from Malaysia, sorry. Manik from Wales. Jansu from Polska. Suji from UK. Sold out from Czech Republic, I believe. See if we got that one right. Or is it Philippines? It's a Czech Republic flag and the Philippines flag. Quite similar. Otis from New Zealand. What's the time in New Zealand? Fonso from Timor-Leste. Lars from Thailand and Holland. Ian watching from the Philippines. Yuki's not out of contract. He is Red Bull reserve driver. I think Netherlands. I think the Netherlands, who have been ever present all season. We even streamed a race from the Netherlands. And remember Monaco? We streamed Monaco from the Netherlands. How cool was that? With the Mercedes wheel, in the place where they make it. What's George Russell going to be doing on this today? Is George Russell going to be doing a madness on the Mercedes wheel? Could it happen? Eagle from Sweden, good to see you.
Okay, crack on.
Two AM in New Zealand. Billy from Nepal. Cats from Australia. It's 11:55 in Melbourne. Prime time. Prime time. Prime time. 5 minutes to go, everyone, till the last race of the season. And as it stands, Lando is 2 places away from losing the World Championship. Piastri, it's difficult to see how he can win it from here, but strange things can happen. And Max is only 2 positions away from winning it also. Try saying air temp 27, track temp 31. So a little bit warmer than qualifying yesterday. A little bit warmer than quali yesterday, I believe. Shifty saying Audi for the win. You've time travelled a year too early, my friend. And Kat saying today we witnessed the official start of what is known as the George Russell era. 4 minutes to go. 4-minute warning, everyone. 4-minute warning. Killer Keys has been a fan from day one. Sahani saying Russell has high chances. Kua Pro is excited. Yeah, put the name of your favourite driver in the chat. I want to see the name of your favourite driver. I want to see the name of your favourite driver. Who do you think's going to win? Who's your favourite driver? They should really be the same thing here, unless your driver's not in contention. But let's see. Favourite driver. Max in there. Max in the chat. Alfonso. Verstappen. Verstappen. Versatile. I said names, not adjectives of your favourite driver. Blacker says Lando. Otis, Trust. Alfonso P3. Cats, George Russell, Max. Norris, Verstappen, Max. Max, Lewis, Max. Piastri, Max. Norris, anyone but Lando. Senna, Bottas. Senna's not in this one. Verstappen, Lando, Verstappen. Gorgeous George. Boy George. Max. Surely McLaren let Verstappen go and use Piastri as a buffer to protect Lando. That's if Verstappen goes. Maybe Verstappen doesn't go. Maybe he doesn't go. Maybe he backs up the pack. Joss the boss Verstappen. What a great nickname. Piastri, Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Leclerc. Leclerc in P5. No one's talked about Leclerc so far. Thus far, no one has mentioned the Ferrari. Polar curious if Yuki slams into Norris in the FA, let him race again. If Yuki slams into Norris, he'll have the freedom of the Netherlands, but he may be banned from motorsport. But Mohammed bin Salem is on the ground. Jensen Button, CPR Norris, Estre Max Noska, Hacks the Dutch Lion, Cats, my heart is racing. Has anyone got one of those heart rate monitor watches? What's your heart rate right now? As there's just 2 minutes to go, everyone. Now remember, the standings will be a little bit ahead of me at the beginning, okay? The standings will be a little bit ahead of me. I will call it as I see it, and I will join up with you, okay? So you will actually see it before me. Weird, isn't it? But that's how it's going to roll. Oh! Split strategy at McLaren! Split strategy at McLaren! Charles called it. Norris and Verstappen on mediums, Piastri on hards. Sonoda also on the hards. So Sonoda, have they fueled that car up or not? Because the rumours that were swirling around the paddock last night was that Red Bull were not going to fuel Sonoda to the end. Remember, in 2021, sorry, Perez didn't finish the race. Okay? So maybe they've learned from that, and they're not going to fuel Sonoda to the end. They're going to fuel Sonoda like 2/3. Because they don't need him after that. He's like the booster on the space shuttle. He's irrelevant after a bit. Netflix are going to milk this race. Netflix can do what they want. I mean, that's Netflix or Warner Brothers, whoever it is now. Perez is a legend, Max said. So, Piastri on the hard tyre. Oh, maybe that's why they covered the laptops there. Because Piastri is on the hards. Meanwhile, it's just a few engineers by the cars at the moment, getting ready to take off the tyre warmers at the last possible moment. No one's starting from the pit as far as I'm aware, so it shouldn't be as long a wait for the drivers at the front. Cat's heart rate at 111. Lawson on Stroll, JS Vega says yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know in the chat, everyone. Do you think Tsunoda is fueled to the finish, or do you think he's fueled short? Do you think he's fueled to the finish or fueled short? Tyre warmers come off the cars. As you can see on the standings, the formation lap is underway. Formation lap is underway, everyone. Remember, I will be a little bit behind you for the race start, but then I will play catch up. Don't worry, we're pretty experienced at this. As the Rolex strikes 5 o'clock local time, and you can see it is a formation lap. If you're new to Formula 1, in Formula 1 they do a formation lap where they basically drive around the circuit. They don't do this in Formula 1. I think essentially if a car was just had an issue and was to stall, it's safe for finding out here than find. Oh, Verstappen playing some fun and games. Verstappen was playing some fun and games, slowing everyone down into turn 1 already. And potentially, we're hearing Piastri could go hard onto softs. Welcome, Suhani. Welcome, TV Australia DL. Is it legal to fuel a driver short? It's legal to forget. It's legal to forget to fill him up. Oh no. We made an error and we forgot to fill Yuki, which means that he's artificially fast in the first bit of the race, which means he stays out ahead of Lando when Lando boxes. And oh no. Well, now Yuki can defend as much as he wants because not blue flags. Martin Brundle, we're hearing, to be confirmed, I need some confirmations on this. Hearing Martin Brundle is saying that Tsunoda's car is not fueled to full. Now, question mark, why would you not do the same thing with Hadjar? Why would you not do double trouble? Because heart rate 84 already. So apparently Martin Brundle, who was on the ground for us in Abu Dhabi, he's reporting into us that, as we suspected, Tsunoda might not be fully fueled. Now, I just want to reiterate, the standings are going to go quicker than I'm going to see it, okay? So you're going to see it before me. I'm going to call the start as I see it. Okay, and I'll catch up with you. Good luck, everyone. I think we need some more good luck messages in chat because this is it. We're going in now. This is like we're going into the black hole. We can't come back from this. We can't come back to this moment. We're about to go in. On my screen as I see it, Verstappen is just burning the tyre, doing lots of burnouts on the way to the grid. Everything crossed. So, as I've seen it, and I'm going to call it as I see it, and I'll catch up with you. Verstappen very angled towards turn 1. Lando Norris is facing straight. And the question mark for me is it going to be like we've seen in previous races, where Oscar Piastri in P3 is able to... I don't get nervous. But I'm actually very excited for this, and I don't get nervous. So as I see it, it's the final 2 Alpine cars, Colapinto, who is making his way to his grid slot, and I'm going to call the final start of this incredible season that we didn't expect at the beginning. The man with the green flag waves it at the back. 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. They go up very quickly, very quickly. Max chops across. It's a good start from Lando. It's not a good start from Piastri. Lando maintains P2. Piastri tries to go around the outside of Lando in turn 1, but it's not happening. It's a great start for Lando. I think he reacted very, very, very quickly there. Wouldn't be surprised if some people get caught out. In fact, Charles Leclerc has gained a position up into P4. Oh, and there was a huge send from one of the Hasses behind. Almost took out Tsunoda, I think. And I think George Russell might have lost out massively, which is great news for Lando Norris here. And Fernando Alonso is trying to go round the outside of Charles Leclerc into turn 6, sorry. Is he going to do it? I think Alfonso's going to do it. Goodness me, no, Charles Leclerc keeps dragging in his side-by-side through 6 and 7. So Charles Leclerc, this is huge, because remember I talked about the Alfonso train and Piastri trying to go round the outside. Oh, he's doing it! Piastri round the outside at turn 9 of Lando. That doesn't seem very papaya ruley to me. Piastri gets it done on Lando around turn 9. And Leclerc sensationally holds off Alfonso. But George Russell loses out massively. And what does Verstappen do now? Now Lando Norris is 1 place away from losing this Drivers' World Championship. But Alfonso's going to try and get back on Charles Leclerc again. The Aston looks quick. Dare I say, is the Aston quick enough to challenge the McLarens? Maybe Max tried to slow Lando. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Incident involving car 43 is going to be investigated. But Charles Leclerc now. What pace does that Ferrari have? It's all happening. It's all happening now. So as it stands, Lando Norris wins the championship by 2 points, and Oscar Piastri is 13 points off the championship. How quickly does Lando Norris get on the blower? At what point does Lando Norris get on the WhatsApp button on the Formula 1 wheel and say, Oscar needs to pull over here? Tell Oscar to pull over. At what point does that happen? Yeah, Kat saying we need to hear Oscar's radio. Oscar might have gone off script here. Now, what do you do if you're Verstappen? If you're Verstappen here, what do you do? Do you let Piastri past you and you try and bat Norris well into the pack? There's going to have to be chess of the 5th dimension played. At the moment, Verstappen's playing it cool, but he's not going to win the championship like this. It's not good enough. Leclerc is... Where is Leclerc? He's close. He's within DRS. And DRS has been enabled. Leclerc's within DRS of Lando. Now, Lando did have the fastest sector 1 out of everyone. But I tell you what, Leclerc is 6/10. He's going to have DRS down this straight as well. Into 9. How close is Leclerc going to get? Now here comes the Fernando Alfonso train. The train has started and Russell's boarded it. Russell has boarded the Alfonso train here. If you're a Max Verstappen fan, your new best friend is called Charles Leclerc right now. Because if Charles Leclerc overtakes Lando Norris, goodness me, Leclerc was half a second quicker than Lando in Sector 2. Unbelievable. Now, is Piastri going to give DRS? No, Piastri's not giving DRS to Lando. Papaya Rules is in the bin right now. Lando desperately needs that DRS. Desperately needs it. Now keep an eye at turn 9 here for Charles Leclerc. This would be ridiculous. This would be ridiculous if Charles Leclerc... No one was speaking about Leclerc at the beginning of this race. But if Leclerc overtakes Lando here, he's going to have 2 DRS zones to do it. Welcome Dan. Welcome everyone. He's going to have 2 DRS zones. 7/10. Look at the speed trap. Lando topping out at 3:10. It's not fast for Lando. It's not fast for Lando at all. Oh my goodness. 4/10 through 6/7. 3/10. Charles Leclerc with the DRS wide open here. 2/10 for Leclerc. 1/10 for Leclerc. Oh! I don't think he's quite done it. I don't think he's quite done it. Charles Leclerc is all over Lando Norris here. This is very unexpected. No one knew this would happen. And what about Tsunoda? Tsunoda's just chilling here. Tsunoda's just chilling. Tsunoda's got a part to play. Never discount the Red Bull strategy. And George Russell exits the Alfonso train. George Russell has just been released. They've unleashed the beast here, and George Russell has exited the train. And he did the fastest sector 1 out of anyone last lap as well. In fact, George Russell faster than all of the top runners. This is a bit like Formula E because the pace Verstappen's doing is not going to be representative. Now Leclerc's dropping off a little bit. Is he going to have DRS? Leclerc now out of DRS. Are we going to see Leclerc and George Russell fight here? Lando was within a 10th of dropping out of World Championship winning position. Goodness me. Leclerc is not quite within DRS. Norris, we're happy with this as long as you're comfortable. This will be plan A target lap, plan A target lap. Well, it wasn't very comfortable for me. DRS open for Charles Leclerc now in the second DRS zone. He will close right up. Remember, Piastri is not giving DRS to Lando. If it's papaya rules, surely Piastri should be giving that sweet, sweet slip to Lando Norris. Hulkenberg lap time deleted. Lawson lap time deleted. Will we see some lap times deleted? Sip Talk saying, Charles, please, it's all on you. Muad saying Russell could be the biggest threat. He's catching Charles Leclerc here. Meanwhile, Lando did the fastest sector 1 out of anyone without slipstream. Charles Leclerc just outside of that DRS. Neighbours in Monaco. All of them. They're all best mates, really. But let's see what's going to happen here. Leclerc out of DRS. Well, let's see. Yeah, Leclerc out of DRS. Next threat, George Russell. George Russell had one of the worst starts I've ever seen in history. And to be honest, I don't know how Alfonso did not get past Charles Leclerc. It looks like Alfonso was driving very conservatively. In fact, all drivers at the beginning really didn't want to get knocked out here. Now, the George Russell pace is beginning. Almost 3:30 down the straight for Russell. Keep an eye on this Sector 2 lap time for Georgie R here. Oscar getting close to Max. Welcome Ashton, welcome Santosh. Max will be controlling the pace here. As it stands, Lando Norris is your 2025 Drivers' World Champion. But Charles Leclerc again closing up. I mean, Lando Norris must be playing a target lap time here to go long or something, or manage the tyres. And Oscar Piastri going super long on the tyres, it would seem. Leclerc now still within a second here. What will happen through the first sector where he seems to struggle a little bit? That last corner is so critical as well. Let's check out the lap times. 29.7 for Max, 29.7 for Piastri, 29.8 for Norris, and Leclerc was a little bit fast, 29.7. George Russell, what's Russell going to be up to here? And the Alfonso train, maybe not quite as slow as we've seen previously, but Tsunoda's in that train. That would be the key thing for Tsunoda if he'd been able to qualify ahead with Alfonso, but he wasn't able to. Charles Leclerc is in that DRS. Look at the speed trap here. Lando Norris topping out at about 306, whereas Leclerc is going 20 k's faster down the straight. Easy. Verstappen now. This is good for now, Max. We may wish to go longer, so just keep on top. Leclerc is... Lando just can't get out of the grip of Charles Leclerc here. 5 tenths is a gap, less than half a second, 4 tenths. Surely Leclerc's not going to send it. But Leclerc was the fastest driver through Sector 1 last lap. Norris being told Leclerc will have DRS. There's a turn 8 incident is being investigated. But I don't think that's anything to do with the championship protagonist. How are we finding the race, everyone? Make sure to hit the like button if you're enjoying it. Smash a like button, please. Make sure to subscribe. Because Leclerc, for me, feels like he's even closer now. I just wonder, like, is Leclerc going to get this done on Lando? Lando is nursing his tyres. What about George Russell? George Russell also. George Russell and Charles Leclerc and Alfonso all with faster Sector 1s than the top 3 runners. Welcome Sassau and Cubing Times as well. Alden needs Leclerc to help Max out. Nothing says there's a chance for Max. Leclerc again. It almost feels like Lando's giving Leclerc DRS, weirdly. It makes no sense, but it almost feels like Lando's deliberately giving him DRS. Norris, we've asked Oscar to help. Norris told that we've asked Oscar to help. So what's Oscar going to do now? Lando's asked for DRS assistance. When Gondor calls, will Piastri come to aid? As Leclerc is all over the back of Lando Norris. Keep an eye on the distance between Piastri and Norris here. Norris has pulled the trigger here. He's called for assistance. He's invoked Article 5 of Papaya Rules. And let's see what's going to happen. Josie says, don't do it, Oscar. Dark Cloud, Oscar chasing Max. Chat, what do you think? Should Oscar slow down for Lando here or not? Chat, should Oscar slow down for Lando or not here? Leclerc right now is a major protagonist in this championship battle. Major protagonist. Yeah, I'm not sure that message went through to Oscar. Maybe Oscar's engineer is not going to tell him. Is that a mistake from Leclerc somewhere? Leclerc's dropped back quite a bit. Yes, slow first sector for Charles Leclerc. Slow first sector. He won't have DRS, but he'll have a nice slip though. Let's see what Leclerc does without DRS. He was going 320 with DRS. Oh, he's losing 10Ks now. He's losing 10Ks down that straight. Hulkenberg, Hamilton, and Albon have boxed. Look at that at the back. Look at that. Look at that little group cutting about at the back there. What are they up to? Hard tire. They've gone off. They've gone off the mediums, surely, onto the hards. Are they going hards to the end? Is Lewis Hamilton on a mad strategy? Lewis Hamilton's got clear air here. Welcome, Lorna Bates. Good to see you, Tyler. I want Norris to win. Drama. Kinnick, I don't know much about what's going on, but my boyfriend has gone to watch this race. It's actually so enthusiastic. Is your boyfriend at the circuit? Is your boyfriend Lando Norris? Let us know. Norris needs a tow. Norris needs a tow. Tsunoda lap time deleted. Hamilton lap time deleted. They're playing with fire here. Leclerc is desperately trying to get within DRS of Lando. Desperately. George Russell might be doing an interesting strategy here. Anyone else going to box off the mediums? I don't think so. Hamilton and Albon had an issue in the first or second lap. Okay. 49 laps to go. Kingsley says no. Your boyfriend is not Lando Norris. Not yet, I think. So Verstappen, Piastri, Lando, Charles Leclerc, George Russell. That is our top 5. Then we have the Alfonso train as well. And Max Verstappen just trying to maintain that interval at the moment. As I see it, it was about a 2-second lead, a 2.2 second advantage over Piastri on the hard tyre. Look at Antonelli, absolutely nowhere, by the way. Scander supporting Max. Axred, we all stand Max. Put your favourite driver in the chat. Let us know your favourite driver in the chat. Put the name of your favourite driver so we can see. Now Charles Leclerc again within DRS, but can he maintain it through Sector 1? Lando Norris, let me remind you, is 1 position away from losing this World Championship. At the moment, he's winning the World Championship by 2 points. And Tsunoda is deep in the Alfonso train. Look at the train. We called it. We called this train, and Russell somehow was able to get out of the train. Arguably, Alfonso released Russell from it, to be honest. Lahia saying that's concerning. Yeah, Hulkenberg 28.4 on the fresh hards. Now, who's on the hards right now? Oscar Piastri and Yuki Tsunoda. So Yuki Tsunoda here. If everyone ahead of Tsunoda boxes, this is the gap to be aware of. What's the gap between Lando and Tsunoda? Right now, the gap is less than 10 seconds. So if Lando pits, he comes out behind Tsunoda. And dare I say, if there's a safety car, if there's a Norris, we think Verstappen's graining has started. Your tyres look in better condition than his. If there's a safety car now, Goodness me, what do you do? If you box Norris, obviously Red Bull keeps Tsunoda out, 2021 style. Does Piastri stay out? What does Verstappen do? What does Verstappen do? Goodness me, everyone. Lahanza saying go Oscar, doing really good. Larsh is Norris to lose championship. Kingsley saying go Max. Anonymous, Norris just needs P3, and he's in P3. He's in P3 right now. Vlacker, everyone's so hyped today. Everyone's screaming. Yeah, everyone's just, we're going to be supporting your favourite drivers. Gav saying Lando finally finding the pace. Lando with a 29.8 last lap. Alfonso just doing his fastest lap. Dropping Bortoleto a little bit. His protege. Oh, they got off the softs. Okay, sorry, they were softs at the beginning. So they're trying to one-stop. They're trying to one-stop. Z1 saying Max Verstappen. Oh, Lorna! Thank you very much for the donation. Chat, can we put some claps in the chat for Lorna Bates with a £2 donation? Please, please, please. Can we clap that up? Very generous there. Thank you so much for the £2 donation. I really appreciate it. Means a lot. Means a lot. Chat, please can we support Lorna with that £2 donation in the chat? Please get your claps out. Clap emojis out. Let's clap that one up for Lorna Bates. Let us know who you're supporting, Lorna. Thank you very much. We all appreciate it. We all appreciate it in chat. Very generous. Yeah, claps in chat. W's in chat as well. Simba clapping it up. Hackstred clap for Lorna. Right, Charles Leclerc is still there or thereabouts. Certainly, the McLarens are not gapping the car behind them. And what about George Russell? Oh, Russell. So Russell's in the 30th. The pace is dropping off though. The pace is dropping off. Jeffrey, I'm surprised Lando isn't getting that much. Tyler saying Lorna is a baddie. Lorna's supporting Max. Lorna's supporting Max here. Well, at the moment, Lorna needs Leclerc to step up a little bit. And look at the Alfonso train just crumbling. The engine is detached here. The engine is completely detached. Because Alfonso's picking up the pace. Maybe all these years, he's just been running trains for fun. And he's always had the pace, but he just loves... He's a secret miniature train enthusiast. He's just got a load of Hornby. And now we're going to see what Alfonso's up to. Mrs. Kavanagh saying this is giving me anxiety. There's Heathen with the emojis. Haxra said Lorna is a W for the donation and supporting Max. Who's going to box first? What happens if Max boxes now? What happens if Tsunoda boxes now? Could Tsunoda cause like an avalanche of pit stops in the midfield? George, this is the pace made. Lando, until Lando, I think was happening a bit worse. Potentially rear thermal limited. Vazy is scared. Don't worry, nothing to be scared of in the chat. We're going to look after you. Lorna, who do you want to win? I want it to be a dramatic finale. That's what I want. Akil hates Alfonso so much. Why? Jahan's sweating Max super match. Apps have imagine Norris having a bad pit stop and Leclerc passing him in the pit. Right, when are these lads going to get onto the hard tyre? Behrman lap time deleted. Tsunoda with another lap time deleted. Tsunoda's almost on his last warning. Chai saying McLaren radio is graining up. Tsunoda... Oh, 5-second time penalty! 5-second time penalty! For who? For who, though? Chris Kamara, for who? Someone's got a 5-second time penalty. Someone's got a 5-second time penalty, but for who? Who's got the 5-second time penalty? Who could it be? Is it a grid start procedure? Chat, someone's got a 5-second penalty, but I don't know who it is. Mawadib saying Lawson. Simba saying Liam. Simba saying Liam. Alden Liam. Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson. The 4th Red Bull driver today. By the way, Red Bull... Max drives for Red Bull. Tsunoda drives for Red Bull. Lawson drove for Red Bull this season. Hajar's driving for Red Bull next season. Red Bull have 4 drivers on the circuit right now. Make no mistake about it. And the FIA have just penalised one of them. Lawson confirmed. Penalty confirmed for Lawson. Oh, Lando saying we could go plan A. They could go plan A. Alfonso pits. Alfonso pits. No, Russell pits. Russell pits. Russell pits early. And Hadjar coming in as well, I think. And Behrman. The Bearmeister's in. George Russell has pitted. Is that going to... Is Leclerc going to cover that off? Then is Norris going to have to cover off Leclerc? Keep an eye here. Lando saying if you got a 10th, then use it. Science lap time deleted. So where is Russell going to come out? Oh, neck and neck with Hamilton. Neck and neck with Hamilton. So look at the Hamilton undercut. Oh my God. Chat. The Hamilton undercut. Hamilton didn't get out of Q1. Russell qualified P4. Look at the Hamilton undercut here. The Hamilton undercut has been insane. That's going to put pressure on the top drivers to pit. That's going to put pressure on the top drivers to pit. That's an insane undercut. Look at where Russell's come out. Just ahead of Hamilton. His tyres are only 6 laps fresher. Got to get past Colapinto though. Verstappen doesn't box, Piastri doesn't box, Norris doesn't box, Leclerc doesn't box. What about Alfonso? Will Alfonso drop into the pits? No. Bortoleto? Yes, Bortoleto does box. Oh, we've got an interesting strategy race on our hands, everyone. As the sun is starting to set in Abu Dhabi. Will Antonelli box? No, because he's on the hard tyre, isn't he? Will Colapinto box? Will Colapinto box? Yes, he does. So Russell doesn't lose that much time. Russell doesn't lose that much. So Russell's going to be in clear air now. The undercut is starting for George Russell on Charles Leclerc and perhaps even Lando Norris. McLaren came out and then went back in. McLaren came out and went back in, everyone. If Lando boxes, Lando is at least temporarily going to be out of World Championship winning position. Piastri's going to go long here, starting on that hard tyre. By the way, if Verstappen and Lando box, for a moment, Piastri will be in winning the World Championship. So if a safety car comes out, let's see, will Verstappen box? Russell on hards, yeah. Will Verstappen box here? No box Verstappen. Obviously no box Piastri. Will Lando box? Yes, Lando boxes! Lando boxes! Big pit stop. Big pit stop here. Chat, hit the like button. Subscribe as well if you like this. We're going to be here all next season. So, big box. And Charles Leclerc boxes as well. And is that Stroll in? Oh no, Alfonso. Alfonso's in. Oh my goodness. Lando's going to come out. Oh my God. Lando's going to come out behind Kimi. But there, the Sonoda 5D chess. The Sonoda 5G chess has started. Look at that traffic for Lando Norris. Right now, Max Verstappen is your Formula 1 2025 World Drivers' Champion. Right now, Max Verstappen is a 5-time Formula 1 World Champion. As we speak, Verstappen is a 5-time champion, everyone. Goodness me, I can't handle this. I can't actually handle this. I can't handle it. It was a 4.1 stop for Alfonso. I'm not sure what the Norris stop was saying. But Leclerc has had to battle here with Russell. Yeah, oh, goodness me. They were battling there, weren't they? Will Russell come back? Will Russell come back? Will Russell come back? Will Russell come back on Charles Leclerc? Will Russell get it done on Charles Leclerc? I think Russell is going to get it done on old Charlie boy here. Neck and neck, neck and neck, neck and neck. And they might be advised to work together. Oh. They might be advised to work together here because Lando's behind Kimi. Oh, I need to see what was going on here. I need to see what was going on between Charles Leclerc and George Russell. What's their lap time saying? What's their sector time saying? So Lando, oh my god, stop showing, we know where Lando, we want to see the action between Charles and George. Come on, Mr. Race Director, or Mrs. Race Director, you're absolutely rubbish right now. Ah, oh, for God's sake, man. We wanted to see the battle between George and Charles. Because it looks absolutely insane. Ocon's probably really confused. Yeah, right now, Ocon is P3, everyone, and Tsunoda, who rumours say, Labib, it's your first season as a fan of Formula 1. Who are you supporting? Who are you supporting? Tsunoda knows what he's got to do. Norris gets past Kimi, but keep an eye on the sector times. 18.2. So Piastri right now is 0.3 lap faster. Russell saying, if that's not moving on the braking, I don't know what is. Norris gets past Carlos Sainz now. Now, Norris needs to get past the Red Bull driver at the start of the season of Liam Lawson and Lance Stroll. Meanwhile, Leclerc and Russell also need to get past Kimi, Sainz and Lawson. Oh, Kimi tried to get back at Lando, you know. Kimi tried to get a bit back at Lando. Welcome all the new subscribers to the community. It's great to have you on board. We could get to 127,000 subscribers. Everyone watching right now, if you subscribe, we'll get to 127,000. Just hit that subscribe button. It would be huge for us. As Norris is on the back of Stroll. What was Lando's lap time? A 129.9. Still a good lap time, it has to be said. But he's about to hit Stroll and Lawson, who are in the 31s. This is absolute cinema. It is pure cinema here. Right, so Lando's going to get past Stroll on the straight. Will it be a double overtake? Will he get past Lawson as well? Will Lawson defend it? Or will Lawson not be happy at being dumped by Red Bull early in the season? Let's see. Looks like Lawson may have defended it. No, Lawson's been carved open there. About as useful as a chocolate teapot in terms of his defense against Lando. Meanwhile, Leclerc has carved through Kimi Antonelli. Antonelli will pull over and let Russell through. Yep, as predicted. As predicted, gentlemen. Antonelli should be letting Russell through. I'm not sure he's got the message. I'm not sure Antonelli's got the message here. And Leclerc-Russell moving on the braking has been noted. This could be a penalty for Charles Leclerc. Oh my goodness, Lando Norris did get both Liam Lawson and Lance Stroll into turn 6 there. Ocon pits now. This is the big one. Tsunoda stays out. This is the big one here, everyone. This is the big one. Is Tsunoda going to hold up Norris? Verstappen is getting nervous about his Oscar. Let's push up to meet him. Oh my goodness, Lawson was fighting with Lando. Lawson tried to get back at Lando into turn 9. It's sketchy moments. It's sketchy moments. So, why is Antonelli not letting Russell through? I don't know what's going on at Mercedes. Maybe his papaya rules has kind of bled through into Mercedes here. As Leclerc gets past Stroll, will Leclerc get past Liam Lawson also? Looks like Leclerc may have done it. Yes, he has. So Leclerc is only 1.6, like a bad dream, is behind Lando Norris. And now we come into play with Tsunoda. Is Lawson going to try and get back like he did? No. But could be a penalty there for Leclerc moving under braking. Unfortunately, the race director didn't want to show it, weirdly. Wow, Leclerc was so close to Lance Stroll down the straight. He knew he had to stay in the slip as late as possible. And then he did the move again on Lawson. Carbon copy of what Lando did, to be honest. Imagine if Tsunoda boxes here. Imagine if Tsunoda's like, I don't want to be part of this. I'm boxing. Chat, I want to do a nations check with 3,000 people watching. I want to do another nations check. Let us know where in the world you're watching from. I'll shout you out. This is canon. This is canon right now. Now Russell gets past. Look how much Russell's been held up compared to Leclerc. I don't know what Antonelli was doing. Lawson a Stroll note. Right, UK, Netherlands. Call from UK, Finn from USA, Vlakin from Croatia, N8 from Deutschland, Killer from England, Akbar from Sri Lanka, Shifty Canada, Vortex Pakistan, Avery Colorado, British Guy UK, Jinx UK, oh my goodness, India, Germany, Catford, India, UK, Bangladesh, Netherlands, UK, Netherlands, India, Syria, Egypt, Netherlands, Portugal, Holland, Yanis from France, UK, Argentina, Philippines coming in now. Philippines again, Indonesia, Australia, Seattle, Wisconsin, UK, Bangladesh, or Bangladesh, Seattle, South Africa, Birmingham, Thailand, Hungary, Egypt, Vietnam, Cyprus. It's all kicking off. It's all kicking off. It's global. We're global. Mexico in there as well. Joseph from Malta, Barcelona from Fiona, Myanmar. Was that Fiona McSparrow I saw from Three Fields? Great game. Shame about, I think, a bit disgraceful how it was received by some YouTubers. Right, Sonoda, Norris, Leclerc. Antonelli boxes now. That releases George Russell, but look how much he's lost out to Leclerc. Now, Sonoda has got a big... Remember, Sergio Perez cost Lewis Hamilton 7 seconds at least. Perez had a 7-second slower lap time in 2021. So what can Sonoda do? Sonoda needs to put on the moustache, put on the big hat, and just go a bit Mexican here. Sonoda needs to go a bit Mexican. That's all I'm going to say. Serbia in the house as well. Norris in DRS within one lap. Verstappen is going to get a free pit stop, isn't he? Goodness me, Verstappen's got a free pit stop on Lando. So Verstappen... Should Verstappen box now? As soon as Norris clears Sonoda, should Verstappen box and slow down Norris? No worries, Grace. It's been great to have you with us, Grace. I appreciate it. Please help me out at the end by voting for me in the Autosport Awards Creator of the Year. Pinned link in the comment. No sign up required. Takes 30 seconds. Please vote for me. I'd massively appreciate it. If everyone in the stream voted, I think we could actually win it. Vietnamese in the house, Nepal as well. Sonoda is still ahead of Lando Norris. All right, here we go then. Here we go. Sonoda ahead of Lando Norris. Can he defend? Low fuel, we think. And wing will be... We surely put a low drag wing on him. Can Sonoda hold off Norris? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Sonoda going for the chocolate teapot defense. But will he come back? This is what Perez did. This is what Perez did. Perez came back in this DRS zone 4 years ago, to the day pretty much. Can Sonoda come back? DRS open as he saved his ERS as well. Sonoda, what have you got in your locker? Sonoda's catching. Can he do it? Can he do it? No. The famed Sonoda defense was about as useful as the Maginot Line. Just irrelevant. Can you vote every day? Really? Norris, Sonoda, now Leclerc. If you're Red Bull here, you tell Sonoda to get out of the way, please. Probably you box now if you're Sonoda. You're done, don't you? Do you box now? Verstappen's boxed. Verstappen's boxed. Yes, as I predicted, as soon as Norris clears Sonoda, Verstappen boxes. Now, what does Verstappen do here? Does he back? Does he back? 5D chess moment. 5D chess moment. Does Verstappen back Lando into Leclerc? Sonoda, if you're a Max fan, Sonoda's got to pull over here and let Leclerc through. Maybe he's going to give him some DRS. If you're Verstappen, do you back Lando into Charles Leclerc? There we go. Leclerc, Sonoda lets Leclerc through. Piastri, you've got clean air. Let's see how this tyre recovers. No. Piastri needs Norris to finish like well down. Piastri's hoping that Max and Lando come together. So what happened with Lando overtaking Tsunoda? Tsunoda was weaving all over the shop. Goodness me, Lando had to overtake off track. Lando had to overtake off track there. Tsunoda, I've never seen weaving. That was terrible by Tsunoda. That's like, you know, when you not that anyone's done it, but like if you ever went to the liquor store in America and had to buy some drinks with a alternative identification, and you're a bit kind of shaky about it. That's what Tsunoda did. It was the baitest thing I've ever seen. Thanks, Mito, for voting. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I would love to go to the awards and also make some content there. It'd be fantastic. Tsunoda's going to get a penalty for that. And I think that doesn't look good on Red Bull, frankly. It was amateur hour. So Leclerc, 2.4 seconds behind Lando Norris. What does Leclerc have in his locker here? Are McLaren worried about the floor? Labib, your heart's killing me. Go seek medical attention immediately. Vasor, all Lando needs to win is a podium. Doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter where. This was the thing. This was the thing. So there always needs to be another car. Now, what's Verstappen doing lap time-wise? 29 point... we haven't seen yet. He hasn't completed this lap yet. Max is gaining fast on Piastri. Sorry, 28.8 for Lando last lap. Let's see what Verstappen is going to do. Thanks, Verdun. I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it. D3Q saying GG Lando. That's got to be a stonewall penalty for Tsunoda. It was so bait. I think that actually tarnishes his legacy. Like, Perez did it perfectly. Yeah, so the defense versus Charles was very different to the defense versus Lando. He's baited it out, as I say in my part of my neck of the woods. Oh, welcome Brian, Florian, Meg, Am, Dragon, Danny, Sunna, GS, Dejan, and number 1 Pops as well. We can get to 127,000 subscribers today. We can totally do it, chat, if everyone subscribes. Tsunoda is noted. It's been noted. Turn 5 instant advantage as well. What's going on there? Leclerc is gaining on Lando. Thanks, Labib. I appreciate it. Tell all your friends as well. Tell all your friends and family, please, please, please. Lando is Lando in trouble here? Is Lando in trouble? Is Lando in trouble? Why is Lando losing so much time to Charles Leclerc? It's under investigation now for Tsunoda. Hamilton lap time deleted. Hadjar lap time deleted. Penalty served. That would have been for Lawson. That would have been for Lawson, I imagine. Did Lawson have to pit again? 1.8. Leclerc is on fire. Leclerc's on fire right now. Norris went off track. Yeah, to overtake. Lando doesn't have a penalty. Antonelli lap time deleted. I'm seeing lots of lap times getting deleted here. It's going to turn into a penalty soon. Leclerc 1.8 will get a tasty slip down here. Almost Verstappen doesn't want to give Lando a slipstream. He needs that DRS, does Leclerc. He needs to get, if he gets up to a 320 kph. What's going on with Hamilton today? Hamilton's basically had his Weetabix. Hamilton has paid the Ferrari's quick is what's happening. Miss Kavanagh got ghosted by Ferrari. What happened? When will Oscar box, bro? Oscar's hoping for a safety car here. Oscar goes out again. What happens if Oscar comes out just ahead of Lando? 6-7 in the chat. Leclerc got to go Russell mode. Yeah, Yuki's going to get a pen. That should be an immediate penalty. I know. It's not under braking, but the weaving on the straight was just amateur. Oh, fastest lap for Lando. Lando strikes back. Lando strikes back here. Thanks, George. Thanks for voting, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone who's voting. You can confirm it takes like 30 seconds. You don't have to sign up. You can just vote for me. It sounds like maybe you can vote every day. Please tell your friends and family. I would love. It would be you would change my life probably. Leclerc now 1.9, keeping it under 2 seconds. Tsunoda's still out there ahead of Russell. Remember, Tsunoda's hoping for a safety car. Surely Tsunoda's going to pull over and let Russell through as well. Suji says subscribe and join in with chat immediately. Yeah, Lando fastest lap. Surgery or Gurlery says, I hope Max wins. I really hope Max wins. Do you have your fingers crossed? Do you have your fingers crossed right now? Another lap time deleted for Hamilton. I think Hamilton's on course for a penalty here. As he's, is that Antonelli in trouble? Is that Antonelli in trouble? Was that Antonelli in trouble? 38-3. Now Antonelli's not in trouble. Tsunoda's holding up Russell at this point. Piastri still doesn't pit, by the way. Is there more pit stops? Yolanda Vestig in the house. We're in safe hands now, everyone. We're in safe hands in chat. Lando's tyres are dirty from grass. Well, there's no grass there. It's just painted tarmac. Gurley's got her fingers crossed. Okay. Verstappen, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, still within that 2 seconds. I just kind of feel like Lando's managing this. I feel like Lando's managing it. Where's Piastri going to come out, by the way? Is Piastri going to come out behind Leclerc? Piastri's losing time now. 29 dead. Yeah, oh my goodness. Piastri actually needs to box. He can't hold out for a safety car. He can't hold out for a safety car here. Piastri needs to box. And why is Tsunoda battling with Russell so much? Very confusing why they wouldn't just... Red Bull just wouldn't unleash Russell. And now Russell gets past Tsunoda. But you can see the sector times have been slow. Well, at least the first sector was a very quick second sector for Russell as he got DRS and the overtake. Lando Mogo, you can do this. Piastri's still there. Why are they not boxing Piastri here? If there's a safety car right now, it is super interesting, I'm telling you, because Piastri may get a free pit stop and come out ahead of Verstappen, potentially. Verstappen can then play fun and games. Leclerc potentially could get a free pit stop. Maybe Tsunoda 5-second time penalty. I think Tsunoda's tarnished his legacy there. I think Tsunoda literally has damaged his reputation for life because it was so clumsily handled. It wasn't sophisticated. Like, everyone rates Perez for 2021 because Perez just raced hard. But no one can rate that from Tsunoda. You just look a bit silly. By the way, Lando was under investigation for overtaking Tsunoda off the circuit. So Lando was also under investigation. I think Tsunoda would have had a legacy of, like, you know, he was handy. He was handy. But I think now he, you know, anyway, I never like to speak ill of drivers, and I rarely do like this, but I just feel like he handled that very poorly. But he was put in a very difficult situation. I would have actually rated him more if he didn't put up any defense. Thanks, Soldat. Yeah, good luck to Lissy as well. I was working with Lissy this time last year in Brazil, actually. Verstappen now turning the gas. And Leclerc being dropped. Lando turning the gas as well. So what's happening here? Ah, Simba with the gifted 5 memberships. Chat, it's a gifted 5 memberships from Simba. Can we clap it up? Captain Howdy, Ninja, Spaceman, Cupra, and Mahadness, getting them all. Chat, please clap that up. 5 huge gifted memberships from KCR Simba, who's leading the Kirith Community Racing, well, push on the big boy PC sims. Thank you very much to KCR Simba. Please put your clap emojis in the chat. Please clap it up for KCR Simba. Huge. JJ's in the chat as well. It's a nice end of season stream here. We've got big members, big mods in the chat. 4,000 people watching us across the globe. We know it. Is Piastri going to box? No, he isn't. 27 laps to go. We're only just past halfway, everyone. Black and white flag now for Hamilton. So Hamilton is out of Cat's lives, basically. And Verstappen responding to Lando Norris here. And Lando now dropping Charles Leclerc. So what does Lando do? Welcome Danzi. KCR Kip, Lando with the claps as well. Love to see it. One of the, I think, the most supportive chat community we have on YouTube. Piastri's tyres have got to be dead. So Piastri's going to come out behind Leclerc. And he's essentially going to be a wingman for Leclerc. Because he's going to fight Leclerc. What happens if Piastri overtakes Leclerc and then is on course to overtake Lando? Oh my god. That's a real world scenario. Because Leclerc then doesn't... What does Leclerc do in that situation? Hamilton's box. Is that for a penalty? Why is Hamilton boxing again? Oh, media. Two-stop strategy for Hamilton. I'm surprised they boxed him, because if he got a penalty, it'd be better to serve it. Or maybe he'll serve it at the end of the race. Maybe that's better. Hamilton's on a very interesting strategy here. Hamilton's gone soft, hard, medium. Don't clip that. Shriti said Lando has to be on the podium. Average, I want Piastri to win. Axel says hello. How long can Piastri last on these tyres? He's whispering. So are we looking at a two-stop race? Are we looking at a cheeky 2? Keep an eye on that Hamilton pace. Keep an eye on that Hamilton pace. Colapinto hasn't binned it yet. Keep an eye on the Hamilton pace. Captain Howdy, why didn't Oscar pit when he could have come out in front of Norris? Can he go hard? You can't go hard. You can go hard soft. Hard medium. Can go hard soft. Yeah, but you're not a Formula 1 driver, I'm guessing, permanently. Oh, 700 likes. We go for the 1,000. We go for the 1,000. Chat, we go for the 1,000 and we go for the 127,000 here. Come on, 127,000. Hit that subscribe button. Big push. Piastri now. Where does he come out vis-a-vis Charles Leclerc? Chirag, Oscar on the no tyre strategy. 29 dead for Oscar. Oh, he's losing time now. He's losing time now. They need a safety car for Oscar. Phoenix, who do you think is going to take the title? I think Lando. Who's coming into the pits there? Oh, Sonoda. Sonoda boxing. Sonoda boxing. Just ahead of Lawson. Piastri goes round again. Is Piastri going to go softs? Softs for Piastri. Black and white flag for another car there as well. Might be Stroll. Piastri had a lap time deleted. What was Ocon up to? Ocon was overtaking Kimi. Kimi defended all the way to the white line into 6. Was Ocon able to go around the outside? Yes, he was. Nice move by Esteban Ocon. And Antonelli, I think, just boxed then as well. Stealthy, would you want to win? Well, let's see who's going to win. How is Oscar not boxing here? What kind of tyre whispering is he doing? Has he got the soul of Sergio Perez? 25 laps to go, everyone. Verstappen 27.9. Piastri 29 dead. Lando 28 dead. Leclerc 28.6. Maybe... All I'm saying is Charles going to the end on this? Is Charles going to the end on this? And is Verstappen and Lando on a two-stop? Hamilton flying right now. Your definition of flying is very different to my definition of flying, my friend. Oscar's tyres belong in a prehistoric museum. Yeah, after this race, the Natural History Museum in London is going to swoop in and encase them in amber. Thanks, Nishi. Thanks for voting. I can count on you. Does Norris pit ahead of... Does Norris come out ahead of Russell? He comes out well ahead of Russell, surely. Oh, maybe he doesn't. And what's Georgie B's pace like? No, Georgie B's pace is slow. Jerry's just going to rage if Oscar wins. Andy says, watch that gap, my friend. Mind the gap. Lando, winnable world champion. Yes, indeed. Okay, I'm going to throw it over to the chat. Chat, who do you think is going to win the world championship? Put the name of the driver who is going to win the world championship. I see you. I see you, Nate's World, by the way. I see you. Who's going to win the world championship? Mrs. Karen is saying Lando, Max, Lando, Max, Lando, Notice, Lando, Max. I'm seeing more Landos than I've seen previously. Liam Lawson, welcome to all the new subscribers. Max, Lando, Liam Lawson, Max. Unfortunately, Lando, Max. Oh my god, it's just page of Max now. How are you thinking Max is going to win this? Who's going to overtake Lando? Who's going to overtake Lando here? Right, what's the Hamilton pace saying? 28.7. Let's see if Hamilton's going to be in nice little DRS trains. And just link... If he can link some DRS back to back. Norris, meanwhile, I think will come out ahead of Russell. Maybe Norris is just waiting for that gap ahead of Russell. Sonoda, Lando one stop to the end. There's 23 laps to go. Lando's just set the fastest Sector 1 out of anyone. Lando's stretching his legs. What do you do if you're Max Verstappen here? What do you do if you're Verstappen? Piastri, is he going to box? He's on 35 lap-old tyres. He's doing the Lance Stroll strategy. He's doing that Lance Stroll strategy, you know. Let's see if Oscar Piastri... Max Verstappen, we're looking for a 35 lap stint on this tyre. So Verstappen is going to the end then. Yes, doing some quick maths. 2 + 2 = 4, quick maths. What was Hamilton up to? Did he have a moment? Hamilton was trying to get past Colapinto. He was also trying to get past Gasly. Oh, he got past Colapinto easily. Chai, Verstappen to win the GP, but Norris to win the World Drivers' Championship. Is Piastri extending to force dirty air for Lando undercut? Lorna, welcome back, Lorna. Thank you so much for the donation earlier. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Joseph never can say never. What might happen? Shifty looking for the Sauber law. It's not time for the Sauber law. Norris with another fast Sector 1. Norris with a fast Sector 1. What is Piastri's strategy here? I said earlier, I'm not sure Piastri has that dog in him. Like, what is this strat, man? Like, surely Piastri would be better off being on the same strat as Lando. What is the Piastri strat? Can anyone explain it to me? Surely he's going to go softs. I think Piastri's going to go softs. So Piastri will drop back behind Leclerc, but then he'll be on softs. And I think he'll catch Lando, but he won't be allowed to pass Lando. Not that it will matter. Or maybe he will. Yeah, I think Piastri's going softs. Piastri's going hard softs. Oh, Captain, that's the only set of tyres he has. Yeah, he's got 2 sets of hards. No, he's got fresh mediums, mate. He's got fresh mediums. Hoping for a safety car. Yeah, if he gets a safety car now, and he's on fresh softs, I think the really interesting thing is if there's a safety car now, Charles Leclerc is in the pound seats, as they say. Look at the Alfonso train. There's another Alfonso train starting. You can just see it starting to form. It's the early stages of a Alfonso train. F1 nature for you. So Piastri, is he in that soft window? Is he in that window? Will Lando win? He's on pole. Pole was yesterday, my friend. It's Sunday today in the UK and Abu Dhabi. Let's see if Piastri boxes. Is he going to get this time back on the softs? No. No box. Also, if you're Verstappen, do you go onto softs? How much does Verstappen want this? Is he going to go band for band with Lando? Wheel to wheel? And just kind of like see if Lando bins it? Yeah, Hamilton pace 28.5 is slower than Leclerc, so I'm still not massively rating the Hamilton strat. I'm not. I mean, to be fair, he probably has P6 in the bag. Let's be real. He's probably got P6 in the bag. He's just got to carve his way through the Alfonso train. Stroll's got a box. Stroll hasn't boxed yet. Max needs to make a move, and Max needs to do something. In 2021, Red Bull were twisting. They were playing cards all the time. They were like Gambit. But here, they're not really doing anything. And the card they played with Snowden was like a 2 of spades. Come on, chat. We want to get to 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. And also 127. We just lost a subscriber. We need to fill the breach, everyone. We need to fill the breach. We just lost one. Man overboard. 127,000. 5-second time penalty. 5-second time penalty for someone. But who, Chris Kamara? I don't know. Leclerc going slow. Leclerc boxing. Leclerc boxing. Leclerc boxing.
Keep trying.
Leclerc boxing. Is he going to come out ahead of George Russell on softs? Oh my God! Where does he come out? Where does he come out? Where does he come out? I don't think he comes out ahead of George Russell. So he's got to overtake George Russell on softs. Charles Leclerc doing something more different. Look at Verstappen, how close he is to Piastri. Leclerc on the mediums. Surely Piastri boxes now. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I see you all. I see you all. Dr. Camel, Steve Mentor. Lando saying strat 6, strat 6. Strat 6. Lando gonna box this lap. Lando gonna box this lap. Lando boxing. Lando boxing. Lando gonna box this lap. I'm hearing from our people on the ground. Lando gonna box this lap. Piastri doesn't. This is insane if Lando boxes. Oh my God, Lando boxes. What dimension of chess are we playing here? Lando is so exposed to a safety car now. So Lando, what's he going to go on to? Is he going to go on to hard? Is he going to go medium, hard, hard? Remember, Lando had 2 sets of fresh hards. Now Verstappen gets past Piastri, I think. Will Piastri try and get back at Verstappen though? He'll have no tyres. Now Piastri looks like a G. Hang on. Piastri's on some mad strat here. Chat, Piastri's on some mad strat. Piastri's got a pit stop in hand against Lando. Look at that Alfonso train. That's got a safety car written all over it. Piastri's on a mad strat here. Piastri's going to box this lap, surely. Surely Piastri's going to box this lap. Yes. Surely he's going to go on to fresh mediums he's got. And surely he's going to be ahead of Lando.
Keep your head down.
By the way, Charles Leclerc was 7/10 quicker than Lando in Sector 2. So Piastri's going to be ahead of Lando. Right. Chat, your McLaren. Do you tell Oscar to pull over now or not? Should Oscar pull over now or not? This is huge for Charles Leclerc. If Leclerc gets past Russell here, I think Leclerc might be on the move. 2.2 seconds up for Piastri. If Leclerc gets past Russell here, and the medium tyre is a tyre to be on... Oh my god, what if Oscar slows down Lando? Verstappen probably will box his lap. Oh, is Leclerc going to get past Russell or not? So Leclerc gets past into 6, now 6-7. Will Russell get back, or will Russell think, you know what? It'd be more fun if I try and... I think Russell's about the headlines, and I think there's bigger headlines for Russell at the end of the GP if he's in the mix. So I don't think he's going to overtake Charles Leclerc into 9. That's my prediction. Remember, Russell's on those super roll tyres. Russell's on a terrible strategy, man. Verstappen hasn't boxed yet. So Charles Leclerc 5 seconds behind Lando, 16 laps to go. As it stands, Lando is world champion by 2 points. Lando is world champion by 2 points. There's huge marketing relevance for Ferrari here if Ferrari are involved in this title fight. They basically get all the marketing without having done all the legwork in the season by being involved. Hamilton, meanwhile, is already up to P10. Hamilton is going to be is going to finish this race P6, I reckon. Verstappen don't need to box. I think Verstappen should box, come out ahead of Piastri, and back all that lot up. The difficulty for Max is Russell's not in this. Russell's strategy has been so poor. So poor. Come on, chat. We're getting to the 1000. Keep smashing it. Let's get. We can push more here as well. We can push on this strat. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton's been carving through everyone. Ferrari looking strong for next season, dare I say. So Norris lap time over the line is going to be a 1:27.8. Charles Leclerc over... Charles Leclerc just went 1 second quicker than Lando Norris. With 15 laps to go. And he's 4.5 seconds behind. Now Lando turns up the wick. I think if you're Verstappen, you have to slow this pack down. You have to slow this pack down. Because you put Piastri in a bind. McLaren will say to Piastri, you just drop out of it. In fact, if Max boxes now and comes out just ahead of Oscar Piastri, McLaren have to tell Piastri to drop behind Norris. Because then there's no way Lando can't win the championship. So McLaren can guarantee this. McLaren can guarantee this. They'll have to tear up Papaya rules. At the moment, Lando wins the championship by 2 points, everyone. Charles Leclerc is 4 seconds behind. Thanks, Blacker. You may as well box Verstappen and put him out just ahead of Piastri on soft tyres, so he's got tyre margin, and just cause chaos. Just cause chaos. Norris is having to pick up the pace now because of Charles Leclerc. I think twist. I think box Verstappen. Box Verstappen. Drop him out a second ahead of Piastri. Slow down Piastri. Piastri, what's the picture in front? How do I win this race? So Verstappen is on your pit stop window. He's doing 27.9. Piastri, you got to be thinking about. You got to have more dog in you, mate. You got to think about the championship here. How can you twist the knife? Will Verstappen bot? I think you've got to put Verstappen on softs. Does he have softs available? Goes around again. Does he have softs available? Ocon lap time deleted. Bortoleto lap time deleted. Haddock lap time deleted. Stroll lap time deleted. Gasly lap time deleted. Infinity Max box, please. Jay says Aussie. No box from Gabrielle. Lando didn't have a spare set of mediums. Lando had 1 mediums and 2 hard tyres coming into this race. Try confirming they have softs available. Risk it. Risk it. Verstappen, you gain nothing from this. Risk it, risk it, risk it. Welcome Monica, welcome KJ, welcome Pifflet, welcome Goat. Yeah, Hamilton is showing the pace. Leclerc, meanwhile, also showing the pace. 4.2 seconds behind. A4 says Max La Remontada. Is La Remontada on here? Lorna Bates says H. Will Verstappen box? 5-second time penalty has been handed out. I'm not sure for whom. Oh my god, it's under 4 seconds for Charles Leclerc. I think you got to box Verstappen, put him on those softs, and bunch that pack up. Because if you bunch that pack up, I reckon you got a 20% chance Leclerc overtakes Lando, and then it all hangs. It all hangs on this thread, a simple spider's thread of papaya rules. Fairly even lap times here between the top drivers. Norris now pushing. I feel like Norris is being very heavily managed on Delta because he has more pace, but he's not always deploying it. By the way, has anyone noticed that Verstappen is a second a lap slower than Piastri and Lando? I think Verstappen needs to box now. I think he'll come out behind Piastri on soft tyres. He can battle with Piastri. They'll lose a load of time. That's fine. He can't buy time. Max can't buy time. It's not available to purchase. Another 27.8 for Max. Obviously, if there's a safety car now, George Russell comes into contention. 11 laps to go. It was lap 53 in 2021. It was lap 53. Hamilton is cutting through everyone. Like I said, I think P6 is guaranteed for Hamilton. Charles Leclerc, 26.9. Norris, 26.8. Piastri, 26.9. Verstappen, 27.8. And had a lap time deleted. Thanks, Blackie. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, Come on now. Everyone who hasn't deployed your like, hit the DRS. Okay? Where is it? Hit the DRS, everyone. That's the like button. Let's smash it. You can even George Russell can do it while he's driving. Hit that DRS for the like button, and also hit the subscribe as well. I'd massively appreciate it. Oh, we're close now. 994. Pascal Verline. We're close. 1,000 likes, everyone. We did it. Claps in the chat. What are that? A ton. A ton of likes. There we go. Is that 10? 1,000 likes. Huge, everyone. What an achievement by everyone here. We've smashed the strategy on this race. We've all smashed it. That's a huge result for everyone. Thank you very much. Everyone who's liked, you're a part of that. That's a massive achievement to get 1,000 likes on the stream, and you're all part of it. Massive. We've done our bit. Well, the Sonoda's... Oh, Sonoda cells. And got confused, so I saw the Red Bull. Is Verstappen going to hit traffic and therefore going to want to box? As it stands, Lando wins the championship by 2 points. What's Kimi Antonelli been up to? Was it a move on the Hadge? It was a move on the Hadge. Into turn 9, ran the outside. Nice move. Polly says Norris 1's too late now. Estray says I think Norris is going to win. Pure says Max. Unless Verstappen wants to come out behind Lando. No. No. There's a lovely Alfonso train here. Liam Lawson's about to join the back of it. Oh, Kip, thank you so much for the £5.
We're ideally going to have to at least work
I massively appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. Please get your claps out there for KCR Kip.
He's in the Aston Martin.
One of the best livery makers in Gran Turismo 7. Makes all of our liveries. So if you see the thumbnails with me driving with my livery on, it's KCR Kip, often who has crafted it. Founding member of the KCR Livery Makers Guild as well. Please do get those claps out. Thank you so much, Kip. I appreciate it. Sure, we'll be doing lots of Yas Marina in GT7. Infinity, if Leclerc doesn't overtake, Lando wins. Yes, you are correct. If Leclerc doesn't win, overtake, Lando wins. Max will stay on these tyres. I don't know what Max has gained here. I think Max could have twisted. Did Lando have an issue there? 23 seconds behind. I think Verstappen's got to come out in between Piastri and Norris. Honestly, I think now is the window. Because if he does it now, he'll be on fresh tyres. He'll catch up with Piastri. He'll overtake Piastri, which will lose Piastri time. Ah, Simon, welcome to membership as well. If anyone is feeling like it, feel free to join the membership as well. You get loads of emojis in there you can use. If you want to support Verstappen, hit the Verstappen emoji. If you think Verstappen's frustrated, do Verstappen frustrated emoji. Thank you so much, Simon Keegan. I appreciate it, 9936. Verstappen goes around again. Do feel free to deploy the emojis here. You wanted to get a Lando World Champion emoji. So yeah, all the emojis are available. Piastri goes around again. This is just perfect for McLaren right now. As a papaya dude, definitely not a Leclerc fan. As a papaya dude, definitely not Leclerc. As a papaya man, this is a perfect papaya strategy. Thanks, Kip. I appreciate it. Pure bets all of your money on Max. You bet the house on Verstappen here. What's old Maxi V doing? What's Maxi V up to? What's he up to, Maxi V? What's he playing at? Surely you got a twist. Surely you got a twist here. There's nothing to gain. Surely you got a twist. 8 laps to go. It'll be 7 laps when he goes over. Max has lap cars. Yeah. Goes around again. I'm disappointed by this from Red Bull. I assumed Red Bull would pull out all the stops and do crazy strategy. Marvin bet your family tree Lando would win. CUS, I bet all my money on Lando. Loris, there's 5 racing laps. What are your thoughts on softs? I think softs would be better. No, why would you... What are they chatting about? Oh, is it because if there's a safety car? If there's a safety car now. Anyone want to roleplay as Nicholas Latifi? Hajar is 36 laps on the hards. The Bearmeister as well. Russell, Alfonso. Interesting to see some one-stoppers and some two-stoppers. Ocon with a fast sector 1 on 31 lap-old hard tyres. There's some decent corners in that sector. Verstappen, another lap time deleted, so Verstappen is pushing. He's not chilling in the lead, he's pushing for something. He's pushing for something. Why would he be pushing? Why would he be pushing if he's so far ahead and he can't be caught? Verstappen goes round again. Lando Norris. Get ready for world champion Lando Norris here. Meanwhile, can Hamilton get past Esteban Ocon? Not sure. Mukil saying hopefully no safety car. Jamie Leclerc, I need you to overtake Lando. Max watched Oscar do 40 laps on the hards. It's not about ultimate lap pace here. If he boxed, he could artificially affect the pace of Piastri and Lando. And he's using some track limit warnings. He would have some track limit warnings in the bag. Chat, who's going to win? Who's going to win the championship? Write it in chat. I'm not going to say any names. Write it in chat. Which driver's going to win the Formula 1 World Championship with 6 laps to go, almost 5 laps to go? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Kurt saying Lando. Anna saying Lando. Keen Lando. Thomas Lando. Vortex Lando. Tang Max. Moab Norris. Nathan Lando. I'm seeing way too much Max in there. I don't see how Max Verstappen wins this race. Latifi crashed 1 lap ago. Latifi crashed 1 lap ago. This is Lando's race now. This is Lando's race. I don't foresee a situation... Leclerc lap time deleted. I don't foresee a situation where Lando does not win this race. Sue's saying Lando, we've saying Max. Max not winning. It's definitely not going to be Ayrton Senna.
Okay, crack on.
This is Lando's race now. This is Lando's race. And you have to say, McLaren have played this perfectly. Oh, welcome Scarlett. 6th month membership with the Unicorn. Been supporting Lando, saying Lando. There we go. Seems like Lando is the favourite now. It was all Max in chat before, but I think I'm seeing more Lando. And maybe Verstappen just wants to get the win to win this race. There's no point Verstappen pitting now unless he's going to come out and do 24-second lap times and mess everything up. I just think there's not enough time. You would want to do that strategy as late as possible, but I don't think it's going to happen now. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know why people are spamming Max. It's Lando. Lando's partner is in the garage. Leclerc 6 seconds off Lando. Lando's cruising here. Lando's cruising. Lando can just manage everything. Voom says easy race for Lando. From Lando's perspective, this has been quite an easy race. Because all he needed to do was finish P3. Piastri's kind of happy because Piastri's ahead of Lando. Verstappen's happy because Verstappen's won the race. Lando's happy he's world champion. Leclerc's happy because that's a great result for Ferrari. Russell's happy because he's, destroyed Kimi. Alfonso's happy because that's a great result for Aston. Ocon's happy because it's a great result for Haas. Hamilton's happy because it's a great comeback. Behrman's happy because it's more points for Haas. Bortoletto's delighted if he stays there because it's points for Sauber. Stroll's pretty happy because he's very close to the points. So the top 10, I think, are delighted with this. Everyone's happy. Does anyone disagree? Everyone's happy with this outcome. Sergeant said it's good for the sport if Lando wins. Are the McLaren sparking much? Not that I can see. Not that I can see. By the way, 100,000 views on the stream. Absolutely crazy. 100,000. Norris saying, is he struggling with graining? Are they going to ask Piastri to pull over here as well? Surely, will they go that papaya? How papaya does the papaya go? 3 laps to go. Sean's not happy. Why are you not happy, Sean? I don't see any sparking at all, really. I don't think there'll be any DQs. Well, we'll stay streaming. We'll see. Lando P is not smoking. You're not going to be able to manifest that. The Mercedes engine is working very smoothly. Well, Max is winning. He's winning the race. But I think there was a window where they should have boxed Piastri and sorry, they should have boxed Max and backed that pack. Tigger, it must be because surely it's just a great place to hang out. Jeffrey says you have to question the Red Bull strat. What would you have done differently? Would anyone have done something differently for Red Bull? Vlad has been waiting here to with the anti-spam defense. Now Vlad can have some fun. Where have they been? Where have they been? If Lando gets disqualified, Max can win the World Drivers' Championship. Black and white flag. Someone's got a black and white. Don't think it's Lando. Lando should give track limits a very wide berth here. Leclerc, by the way, got within a 10th of Lando Norris early on in the race. And Annie D. Armas is going to be waving the flag, whoever they are. Red Bull should have made a better car. Welcome D-Boss, welcome Grey Fox, welcome Ledry. Goodness me. Goodness me. Only option was to back up Lando. That ship has sailed. What's the gap saying between Piastri and Lando? 3 seconds. They won't ask Piastri to... It'd be a great finish for McLaren if Norris wins the race and championship, but they won't ask him to do that. And maybe Verstappen was playing cards up all the time, and he's like, I don't really care about this. I'm just going to do what I can do. We are about to enter the last lap. We are about to enter the last lap, everyone. It's been great. If you are still not subscribed, hit the subscribe button right now if you've enjoyed the stream. If you still haven't liked, hit the like button as well. Please, please, please. We're setting some records here. Do that one for me. I'd appreciate it. And we're on the final lap. We're on the final lap. So as long as Lando Norris gets this car round the Yas Marina Abu Dhabi circuit, Annie de Armas is a baddie. What? Like evil? Harshal says Max. Nathan says I think Verstappen will be happy for Lando. I think Verstappen's quite chilled about this season. It might be interesting for Verstappen that he's really, after years of domination, he's actually really enjoyed being the underdog. A4 saying Lando the GOAT. Do we put Lando in the GOAT conversation? Do we put Lando in the GOAT conversation? Welcome Anthony Jones. Sushil asked me to sing as well. Welcome along. A4 saying W McLaren. Thomas, I think Max outperformed the car. Yeah, it might be a very satisfying season for Max. In the same way, the season after I won my latest championship, I was driving faster. I wasn't winning as much, but I was like, wow, this is satisfying because I know in that championship season I became a much better driver. He clutched, he's the GOAT. Lando Norris officially in the GOAT conversation. Max Verstappen going to go over the line and win the race in Abu Dhabi 2025. Oscar Piastri will finish the race in P2 and Lando Norris will finish on the podium and become a world champion. You are a world champion, Lando Norris. I've raced Lando Norris myself and it was really fun. He's a cool dude. He's come under a lot of pressure. Really, he's been unlucky this season. He's made his own mistakes as well. But McLaren have delivered him the car. And Lando Norris, you are a world champion. Chat, let's put some championship trophies in the chat for Lando. Even if you're a Max fan, I want to see you acknowledge this one for Lando. I want to see you acknowledge for Lando. Yeah, even my karting circuit, my local karting circuit, where I won my championship recently. Lando's also raced there. So there's a lot of connections here in the community with Lando. A lot of connections with Lando. Nathan Maximin, who you might see on the channel a lot. I was with him down at Samsung on Friday night. He has Lando Norris's helmet as well. Lando Norris is the 2025 Formula 1 World Champion. Fiona McCarthy with the trophies out. Tigra with the trophies out. Alden coming back next season. Yeah, well done. We'd love to see it. It's good to celebrate. Even Oscar Piastri's mother is really happy. But honestly, like as a mother, I think you got to stand up for your boy a little bit, you know. But anyway, but everyone else, I think we can celebrate Lando. What if Lando gets a 5-second penalty? I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Lando Norris has played it perfectly, and Lando is a Formula 1 world champion. In the history books he goes. As many world championships as James Hunt. As many world championships as Damon Hill. As many world championships as Kimi Raikkonen. No Lando comms, just pure emotion. Pure, unadulterated emotion there. Vino saying Matt's chucked it. Manic's got the papaya. Yeah, if you remember, feel free to spam out the papaya there. We have the emoji for this reason. P1 for Lando in the championship. And fireworks go. It may be some donuts. It may be some donuts. Don't forget to pick up that rubber, Lando. Thank you, Sean. As many championships as Jody Scheckter. Valatka might have blocked someone in the crossfire. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Apologies, but it's just there's going to be some friendly fire. Cubic said, "Let's go." Thomas, unless they get plate wear or underweight or cost cap, but we don't want to see that. Lando with the tears now. Lando locked in. I questioned Lando. I questioned Lando last season. I said I think Lando's doing too much off circuit. I've done stuff with Lando off circuit. It was kind of like, shouldn't you be really concentrating on the Formula 1? You know, maybe he wanted to be like Max doing his sim racing and real racing off circuit. But I feel like, especially since the summer, Lando locked in. Everyone talked about Max, but Lando locked in. Lando locked in. Welcome Anthony Jones from Vietnam. Oh, I hope you had a great time in Vietnam. Lando blows kiss to Max. McLaren pit crew need recognition. Zach Brown is delighted. Zach Brown and McLaren, they have navigated this perfectly, and GP's crying. Max's race engineer crying. I mean, think how much Red Bull. Oh, donuts now for Lando. Donuts for Lando on the pit straight. Some nice donuts for Lando Norris. And they've got a world champion board for him. Thanks, Raz. She says, well done, Kira. Thank you very much, everyone. You make it all in the chat. Fiona, well done for Lando. Gaithric Assurance says, man, why? Doing a great race. It was an interesting race. I think George Russell massively disappointed here. Massive disappointment for George Russell. And Charles Leclerc. Good on... without Charles Leclerc, this race would be actually very boring. But Charles Leclerc kept it very exciting. Charles Leclerc was the difference there. Both McLarens noted for pit lane infringements. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Incredible race for McLaren. Lando gets out of his car on the nose cone, raises his fist in celebration, praise to the sky, hands under the visor. Or maybe I got Lando's mum confused with Oscar's mum. But Adam Norris down there as well. Adam Norris is down there. Max Verstappen congratulates him. He's happy for him. Oscar Piastri with the... It's all happy vibes. You know what? It's all happy vibes down there. It's all happy vibes. It's all happy vibes. Adam Norris, who in karting circles famously used to book out circuits for Lando, used to bring trucks to spray the tracks wet. Lando Norris would win every opening race, I think, of every karting series, basically, with that impeccable preparation for his dad. His brother also stepped back a little bit. And the Norris family have done their bit, and Lando has played his part as well. He is a world champion. Lando Norris is a world champion. Huge. Huge. Nigel says, well done, Lando, well done. And his dad looks like he wants to make sure Adam, his dad, wants to make sure Lando's brother's there, who I've worked with in the past. The simulator company. And Zach Brown as well. It's another British world champion, everyone. There's something in the water in this part of the world that just makes us racing drivers. Not sure what it is. Mohammed Ben Sulayem on the ground. Mohammed Ben Sulayem whispering something into Lando Norris's ear. Adam Norris congratulates Oscar Piastri. And George Russell's race engineer, I think, congratulating Lando. Maybe they worked together in the past. Malik says Lando did what he needed to do today. He did indeed. And like I said, I think Lando locked in. I think Lando locked in. Carlos Sainz giving him a cheeky push. They've been teammates at McLaren. Carlos Sainz super happy. Almost knocks off Mohammed Ben Sulayem's, I don't know what you call the Middle East, the ring thing. Almost knocks it off though. Gotta be careful, Carlos. Carlos Jr. McLaren, Zach Brown is strutting around like he owns the damn place. It's a McLaren Constructors Championship. It's a McLaren World Drivers Championship. Yeah, doing the double for McLaren. Sam Ash, not a fan of either Lando or Max, but good for Lando. Congratulations to him winning. You got it at this stage. It's a long season. Look, Max got taken out by Kimi in Austria. Lando had the engine failure in Zandvoort, had the DQ in Vegas. Could say the DQ's worth it, but you know, had some bad luck. Piastri had some bad luck in Melbourne, arguably, and the DQ in Vegas. It's a long season. They've all had bad luck. They've all had bad luck. David Coulthard, who may have managed Lando, I can't remember. Lando is a world champion. Something that David Coulthard never achieved in the McLaren. And Lando Norris is a 35th world champion in Formula One history. And it looks like he looks like classic relaxed Lando. I spent a lot of this season doing motorsport stuff. I've been down to McLaren 2 or 3 times. I've been down to quite a few races and events with other creators and other racing drivers. Been down to Silverstone quite a few times. And people were saying, the people saying they weren't sure Lando was going to do it. So Lando has proved a lot of people wrong. Max will regret hitting Russell in Spain. Why did he do it? Why did he do it? Why did he do it? It doesn't matter about. I don't think there's going to be any plank. F1 wouldn't want that to happen now. They also let him do burnout. So what if he scraped the plank on the burnout? I think this is Lando's time. This Lando's domain. Could we be looking at a 5-time world champion in Lando Norris? Now he's done it. Lando Norris is going to have aura around him. Golden, what happened? Lando Norris is your 2025 Formula One world champion. I see you, Nate, as well. I see you. Lando Norris looks like happy Lando. So much pressure on Lando. You got to remember, we don't see all of the sponsorship obligations and things they have to do. Obviously, they're paid handsomely, but they've got to do a lot for the team, and they always got to be smiling, etc. With these days, they've always got to take a selfie. They've always got to give a signature. And I think that weighs on them sometimes. And now, Lando can just be Lando. He doesn't care about that. He's won World Driver Championship before. A little revenge is what he wanted. He got it. V-Net time to walk the dog. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Zach. Oliver saying a one-win wonder. You don't know. What if this is papaya domination? What if this is papaya domination, everyone? Is there still a possibility for Verstappen? Not really. I mean, Verstappen's won the race. What about what happened in Monza? Lando wins by 2 points. But he's done it. That's the most important thing for Lando. He's done it. Thanks, V-Neck. V-Net might be leading the Lando Norris driver fan club these days. Next year will be Ferrari year. Yeah, big reg change next year. Big reg change. Massive reg change. But it could be McLaren. They just got everything hooked up. They got everything hooked up. It's interesting now being a parent because this is the first world champion since I've become a parent. It's interesting seeing the broadcast a little bit now also through parents' eyes. Someone asked me on Friday, like, "Oh, how good were you at racing?" I was like, "I'm still racing, bro." But now I can see a little bit. I can see a little bit of it through the parents' eyes, who will have also made big sacrifices in their obviously their money, but you know they had a lot of money, but maybe through success, but definitely through their time. And I can appreciate now why the broadcast shows the parents and the girlfriends, etc. Whereas I'd never really appreciated that at all before. I'd never understood it because I'd always vicariously, subconsciously looked at these things through the eyes of the drivers. But now, who knows? Who knows in 26 years' time? You might see me on the Formula 1 broadcast, not as a driver. Mickey says, congratulations, well done, well deserved from Maribel. Maribel supporting Lando there. And Adam Norris. Adam Norris looks like he's done this before. He's guiding Lando around. Lando getting a bit emotional now with his partner. P1. P1, there we go. It's a big thing in motor racing. It's a big thing in motor racing to do that. I can't. Anyone who's a racing driver, it's like you can only do that if you've really earned it. Even if you win a race, you can't always go like that. But this is one time where Lando, I think, for the first time, has gone like that. It's a big human psychological thing amongst racing drivers. Now I get to wear your free McLaren hat for buying an RS50. Nice. Yes. Oh my goodness. All the content I shot with McLaren. Was I at McLaren this year with Logitech? We'll have to hit them up again. We'll have to hit them up. Vettel finger deployed. Max shouldn't have ego pushed Russell. I knew this would happen. Oh, Vlaka with the lurker command. Welcome Big Chad as well, and Ali Edits. I think it's probably a weight off Piastri and Max's mind as well. If you think of Max, he's a 4-time world champion. His credentials are not in dispute. He's arguably improved his credentials this season. We'll have to come back to Catalunya, but he's arguably improved his credentials. Oscar Piastri showed that he can match Lando, and he can match Max. And he's got a long career ahead of him. So it's not curtains for Oscar. Lando had the most to lose. Lando comes up to the cool-down room at Abu Dhabi. It was great to see... Max is really supportive of Lando, I think. Max is like, "How you enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's good, isn't it?" It's very... Who's this up here? Is it Mohammed Ben Sulayem? Is Mohammed Ben Sulayem in the driver cool-down room? Honestly, it's a feel-good. It's a feel-good end of the season. I didn't know how it was going to feel. Oh, it's Stefano. It's the big D. I didn't know, but this is a feel-good end of the season. By the way, please vote for me as Creator of the Year if you've that would be one of the biggest ways you could pay me back. It's just to vote for me as Autosport Creator of the Year. I'm completely untrained at this. We just learned it all on the fly, just by basically, I would say, not being afraid to look stupid and just stream. And now many years later, here we are. I think probably doing some of the biggest watch-alongs, hopefully. Max and Lando really good friends. I might go for a party later. Yeah. I mean, if I was Oscar, it'd be eating me inside. I'd just be flashing through all the things I could have done. But in the end, Norris wins by 2 points. Norris wins by 2 points. And Hamilton beats Antonelli. Hamilton beats Antonelli in the Drivers' Championship. He beats his replacement. That's quite a big deal. And I think Antonelli would have been a favourite here to outscore Hamilton. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable scenes. I still think... So I don't think Max... I don't think Max wanted to go on the super aggressive strategy, which would have been to back up. If Max had mismanaged that, that would have tarnished his... I think Yuki Tsunoda's reputation... I think he handled that so clunkily. But... I think... Clutch set my alarm for the race and overslept. Just watch it back. Just watch it back. Go to the beginning now of the stream. Find the beginning. Find the beginning. Just watch it back. Thanks, Control Garage. I don't think Max is going to be WT. I think WT needs to keep its manufacturers. It's lost Lamborghini. It's lost Porsche. WC is going through a little bit of a wobble, I think. I know McLaren's coming in Genesis, but... And Norris comes out first to the podium because he is P3 in this race, but that's irrelevant. It's all about the big one. And Mohammed Ben Sulayem. Looks like the Middle East is the gatekeeper of Formula 1 at the moment. We're here at Abu Dhabi for the finale. McLaren take advantage of Oscar. Yeah, got to think back to Monza. Porsche is allocating its budget to Formula E. Going to run an unprecedented 4 factory cars. And they'll probably have customer teams as well. I says, hi in Lando. Get in, Lando. Get in there, mate. Miracles do happen. Who is champion? Who do you think is champion? Max Verstappen comes out. 8th win. So if it had gone to countback, Max would have won actually. Some weird way. Oh, what an exciting season. All about the meta of the season. All about the meta. It could have been a duff season. It could have been duff. Because it could have been that McLaren just basically favoured one of their drivers and Max was nowhere near. But they didn't do that. They didn't do that. Right, everyone. As the anthems play, we're going to end it here. We're going to end it. We're going to end it for the Formula 1 season. And for 2025, because there's no Formula E until January as well. So if one of the mods can post in the link to Formula Fan TV, we're going to be hitting Formula Fan TV a lot. I've been speaking with the team. We're going to hit Formula Fan TV hard. So we're going to see lots of content on Formula Fan TV. All of the places I've been this year that you've seen me maybe post, say I'm here, I'm there. All that content is being edited and is going on Formula Fan TV. Great insights into things. Who pressed DRS last? Probably Colapinto, I'm guessing. There we go. There's a Formula Fan TV. So if you like what we do here, please go and subscribe to Formula Fan TV. You can do that now and pop back. You can see there's already been some great content on there. The last week I've just been doing daily on there. So we're going to be doing daily on this channel, daily on Formula Fan TV. It's going to be very exciting. So Formula Fan TV is what used to be called Kirith Motorsport. But I was thinking of names and I felt Formula Fan TV was a good name. So I went with that. And it is the trophies now. It's the winning trophy is going to come from the Louis Vuitton bot from the Sheikh Tayab. Oh, I went too quickly. A Sheikh. Maybe Antonelli pressed it last. Oh, because whoever wasn't lapped, right? Maybe it was Albon then. And yeah, fingers crossed. With the Autosport Awards, fingers crossed we're able to go, interview Max, Lando, obviously be there as a nominee. Taylor Barnard, friend of the channel, will be there, I think. Oliver Rowland, friend of the channel, will be there. So I'll put that graphic in the Discord. If you want to share it around with the link, it would be huge. It would be absolutely huge. And I want the 26 coverage to be big. Ideally, I want to be going to car launch events. So I want to make that happen. I'm trying to make that happen in the background. Mohammed Ben Salim just slapped Lando Norris. And then put his hat on at a jaunty angle. Yeah. Tests in Barcelona, tests in Bahrain. And season starts in Australia in March. Also Formula E. I think we'll be covering that as Lando hits the champagne. Don't they do 2 ceremonies here? Don't they do 2 ceremonies? But yeah, how have you, just while I'm still here, how have you found the season? How have you found the season? How have you found the streams as well? What have you enjoyed? What can we improve for next year? What have you enjoyed and what can we improve for next year? Thanks, Vlacker. Thank you for the great coverage. You make the best streams. We the best streams, as DJ Khaled would say. Lando's got to clear his eyes from the champagne. It's going to be the same 3 drivers for the trophy. Lando's emotionally all gone right now. Lando's emotionally all gone. I don't blame him. Thanks, Manic. Yeah, we'll see you, I guess, for Sim Racing Show Live. More streamlined UI. Maybe Control Garage. Maybe we can work on that. Maybe we can work on that in the off-season. How does that sound? I think we could. I think we could work on it. I'm happy to work on it. We push an upgrade for this season, but I think for 26, given that F1's going through big upgrades, we've got to go for a big upgrade as well. Thanks, Soldat. Chai, thank you for everything. Curiosity, XPs and insights. It provided an edge I don't think I could find elsewhere. Thank you very much, Chai. It's been great. The mods this year has just been unbelievable. I mean, I think at one point we had 5,000 people in the stream. That's hard to mod. That's hard to mod. Like, you gotta be real world-class modding to handle that. Jensen Button's doing the world champion interviews. But Lando needs to gather himself. Didn't Lando replace Jensen at McLaren? Equal on world championships. Yeah, Vlatka and Chai, what a team that is. And also, I think I saw C in here earlier, and other mods as well. Hot take: Lando's next season will be very competitive. Yeah, let's see. Labib's dying from the inside. Always next season. Sue says best stream out there. Lee Cassie back to 33 for Max. Maybe Max needs a 33. Maybe that's the thing. They're doing the post race. But I thought don't they do a separate one for the World Championship trophy? There's no papaya rules in our modding team. We don't need papaya rules. It's just perfect harmonization. Remember, McLaren were a bit of a meme team a few years ago. An absolute joke. GP2 engine and all that. Cycling through engine manufacturers like... You know, like you're going through a Haribo bag and getting the sweets. But now a good partnership with Mercedes as a customer. McLaren didn't want to be a customer team. Well, now they're winning as a customer. Sometimes the customers have more fun. Look at Alfonso as well up there in P6. Dark horse next season, maybe. The Aston Martins. Could be dark horses. Yeah, Lando looks very emotional. Very, very, very emotional. Norris had 3 DNFs and 1 DSQ and still beat Max. Yeah, he's unlucky. He's unlucky. They had the fast car there at the beginning for sure. So yeah, I'm working on some big things. Some big things. Obviously, this season we've worked with Pironi. We've worked with Ferrari. It's pretty cool. We've worked with motorsport.com, which is insane. We definitely streamed from the Netherlands, where they make the Mercedes F1 sim wheel, which has been crazy. We've been to Sao Paulo. We've been to Monaco this year as well, which is crazy. Been to Silverstone, driven Silverstone. Been to McLaren HQ quite a few times. Worked with McLaren, which is great. Worked with Ferrari, worked with McLaren. Worked with Mercedes. It's crazy, actually. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Hopefully, maybe even a little bit inspirational. I don't know. But if I can do it, definitely anyone can do it. To try and get guests on, we've done that before. We've had a great not guests. I've co-hosted with people like Tiggy Valen and Caroline's Corner as well. It's had some fantastic guests. What you know about Haribo? What you know about Haribo? He did beat Max. He got it done. He did get it done, and he's won the championship, and he's beating Max Verstappen. But chap, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm gonna wrap it up for the season, and I'll make a little video for Formula Fan TV on, I think, how Verstappen could have maybe done something different as we continue that trend of making those videos. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a privilege. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun. It's for me. It's a privilege because it's the best way to experience a season by having such a wide spectrum of people to watch the race with. We are definitely cutting edge here. Like, I don't even think the big broadcasters like really aware of how fun and exciting and immersive and how engaging this is. Any US work planned? Maybe, yeah. That's a great idea, Vlatko. We'll definitely do that. Oh my god, I haven't done that. We should totally do that. We should totally do that. Pit that in the Discord, and ping me in the Discord about it, because we should totally do that. And maybe we can put out some poll, or like people can say what they want to be covered. But yeah, it's been great. I'm not going anywhere, obviously. I'm going to record something for Formula Fan TV. There's still going to be loads of content, but this is the last Formula 1 live stream of the season. It's been great. I'm happy it's gone to the last race, and I'm going to hit the stop streaming button now, and that's going to be it. So don't be sad it's over, everyone. Let's be happy that we enjoyed it, and hopefully everyone stays healthy and well, and we'll see you again for some very exciting content in Formula 1 live streams next season. Thanks, Yolanda. Thanks, Mac. Thanks, Chaya, Vlatka, everyone else as well. I will see you then.